Reminds you of practice. We're practicing. That's what it is, man. Hello, everybody. It's Saturday. It's like 3 p.m. on a Saturday. German time. I should probably go outside soon. You've been live for 15 minutes? That's it. It feels like I've been playing for like 5 hours. You know what? The thing is, I have been playing for like 5 hours. 5 hours. But, I've only been streaming for 15 minutes at that time. Oh, what's this pattern? You know, we're practicing right now. Man, I don't know. I really don't like playing heel up. For the drummers out there, there's drummers that are heel up drummers, and then there's drummers that are heeled down. I'm gonna say these days, like 80% of the drummers play heel up, and the drummers that play the heel down are the classical drummers, right? So what are the heel up and heel down? Heel down means you tap your foot, and when you tap your foot like this, you can deliver some crazy patterns. You can't play like that with the heel up. Or you know what, you can. But it's kind of rough, you know. Alright. Anyways, let's get down on the we got a few friends here with us today. Come here. Yes. So we got the shaker, we got the clave, we got the monkey bone flute, and we also got a drum set and an organ. So what can we make today with this combination of instruments that we have at our disposal and these sounds, you know? Ah, yes. So, perhaps we can construct something, put something together. You know, with all these sounds, you got some of this, some of that. So maybe we can construct something. You know, we'll document the process. We're going to take these sounds. Think of it like, there's a paint, a blank canvas. And the canvas is a square. And the square is time. And the time is 4/4. So on each side of the square, you get to put things on it. Or let's say it's not a cube, but yeah, on a square, at the top and the bottom, you get to put things. There's space there, and you get to fill up the spaces with some sounds. All right, let's do this. So I've been really digging the clave, and I'm thinking, how do we incorporate the clave? Something a little bit different, right? Oh, and we can record at 90 BPM, as 90 BPM is one of the greats, man. 90 beats per minute, especially for record cutting, man. If you guys make vinyl records, here's a fun fact: if you make a vinyl record and it's cut at 45 rotations per minute, and you play a song at 90 beats per minute on this rotating record, One revolution is a perfect loop. So you can make infinite loop records, man. That's a whole nother thing we'll get into. We'll show you guys how to do that. But first, we got to make this pattern. So, okay. Maybe we should do it slow. All right, let's do that. All right, give me the key, man. Let's put a bass line. Come on. So now we have to think, what am I gonna put on this fucking rhythm, dude, with the keyboard section? Do we go for reggae skank? Do we go for clave? What do we do, man? What are we gonna do? I gotta do something I can move to, like move around to. Hey, I was listening to that. funky. Pretty cool. You know, that's one of our first experiments into the Cuban genre of rhythm, or not, I wouldn't call it genre, the Cuban rhythms, dude. All right. Let's get back to it. Back to work, man. What are you guys saying in the chat room over here? You guys need to chill out in the fucking chat room. I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but hope we can all one day get along. Everybody say hello to each other in there. Some guy over here complaining. Some pedestrian walking by complaining. It's like, listen, dude, I'm just a guy chilling in my house. I don't know what the fuck you want, man. I don't know what the fuck you want from me. You shouldn't have any expectations, and if you do, you should go hit that search bar, get off the YouTube, get off this channel, and go somewhere else. Anyways, man, we're exploring rhythms, and oh, look at this. There's a fucking joint on the there's a joint on the piano. I don't know if this one's fucking so choppable. We'll see. It's kind of like its own thing. If we slow it down a little bit, slow it down, chop. Now, one thing I really wish I fucking did was put more. You know, when you're all right. Here's one thing for those of you wanting to create your own samples. When creating your own samples, man, you want to have something that's really nice to chop. You gotta put a progression on it. It's kind of hard to fuck with if you don't got like that beat right there has. Specifically the bass line, man. You want your bass line to be really standing out, I think. We're chopping the samples, because for this sample, when I'm chopping it, all the kicks have the same bass note on it. I'm like, fuck, why did I do that? You're supposed to offset the bass note. You're supposed to have them different pitches and all that. So you can bring a progression, and that's where the blues comes in, you know, the blues progression. I was going for something more monotonous that you can keyboard solo over, I suppose. So maybe we could fuck with some blues. Not overthink it. You know, as I'm studying these rhythms, I still need to listen, man. The Cuban music is so specific. Like the rhythms that you put to each type of clave. You got the son clave, and you got the rumba clave, and you got the 3-2 and 2-3. So you got to choose wisely, man. You got to choose wisely your fucking notes. Oh, okay, cool. That's fun. I didn't even fucking realize that was on there, that I put drums on that. What else we got in here, man? There's some hidden rhythms on the machine. What is this noise? What is that? My ears. What is all this stuff? Oh. Let's see.
Then you are the man of real virtue. This is the kind of guy that's going to go straight to the top. He's going to climb up a pile of corpses on his way there. But then again, he has no moral compunctions about it. There is no God to judge him. There is no metaphysical standard by which to judge this. He either succeeds or he doesn't. It's a sort of nihilistic approach to politics in which the gratification of the individual ego is the citizen principle. In some respects, this is why the Renaissance, and particularly the
That's funny, dude. Bumbleclad. All right. You know, I spend a lot of my time on the internet fucking mindlessly rotting my brain on things, which I should change. But today I found a video of, you can find it, what's his name? Real Jerk. I don't know. This is a dude in Jamaica, man. He posted this video of some guy falling down a waterfall, man. And I normally don't, you know, I'm not like one of those, whatever. It's America's Funniest Home Videos, man. You watch this shit, a bunch of Americans, one of them falls off a waterfall and the rest of them start freaking out. This guy was yelling in Jamaican. It gave me a good laugh today, so I you know, it's a good giggle day today. Now, why am I laughing at this song? It's because it has some kind of philosophy teacher talking about Machiavelli, how much of a jerk he is, and he'll do anything to, like, you know, he'll just basically fuck up everybody on the way up, and I just thought it'd be cool to put over an L beat, you know. But anyways, whoa. What is that? I can't see my sampler. The sun is shining on it. Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty fun beat, dude. I learned that from Changuito, dude. You can't fuck with that guy, dude. Changuito's the man, dude. Very master teacher. So I have, I've been getting a mentorship from Changuito from Cuba, and he goes. Oh, man. When you're fucking around on the drums, it's like, what can you do to tie the whole thing together? It's too fast. All right, break time. Oh, it was good. Let's see what the chat room has to say today. Be right back. See what you crazy people are saying in here, dude. Who's up in here? Damn. Nancy. We got Cassis Brooke. General Joseph Coney. Going crazy with his own drums, dude. Do your thing. Do your thing. Just make sure you do you. Oh man, alright, let's see. There's a lot of chit chatting going on today in the chat room. You know, I wasn't paying attention much. Nancy says relaxing. General Jackson Coney was good. Joseph Coney, my bad. I don't know why I said Jackson. Cassis Block, Dr. Octagon vibes. Oh, you guys talked about Dr. Octagon. Someone said they're calling me blind, deaf, and retarded. My goodness, dude. Fucking... Man, you guys are crazy, dude. And the thing is, like, if I really was in that predicament, that dude would be fucking burning in hell, right? Like, dude, you can't be making fun of, like, the disabled people. The fuck is wrong with this motherfucker? Unless that disabled person gives you the permission, you know, if you're at, like, a stand-up comedy club and there's a blind dude and you're like, oh, what's up, man? And, you know, he's like, make fun of me, make fun of my eyes, and, you know, like, shit like that. But, dude, my God. You want those glasses? Looks like Slash's little brother. Where's Slash, man? Who made fun of a disabled person? Just some fucking moron earlier. Some passerby. You know, but this is the thing, man. There's a problem in society, especially on YouTube. It's like every single day, you guys have no idea. Now, it's kind of got me to the point, like, why the fuck am I even doing this, man? I could just fucking do this by myself, as I've done before, you know, like, but in my mind, I say, okay, document your music making process because it's part of your history, dude. Like, in the history of music making, you know how fucking awesome would have been to just sit in a studio and watch motherfuckers work? Like, imagine if you could do that, just watch all the studio sessions of your favorite artists. Not to say I'm somebody's favorite artist, but it's like, I'm just going here and documenting this shit. And motherfuckers over here just like, I don't know, man. There's just, there's a lot of broken motherfuckers out there, and I wish you guys the best, man. Hope you get your mind right, dude. That's the problem, man, on YouTube especially. You guys on YouTube. Including myself sometimes, you know, everybody's talking shit. Today I watched a video of Rest in Peace, man. I watched a video of Vinny Appice, man. Is that his last name? Was it Appice? No, fucking Vinny, dude, from Dimebag Darrell's brother, dude. I found a video of Vinny drumming. And he's fucking cool as shit, dude. Like, this guy is cool as fuck, and everybody in the comments is like, oh, man, I'm so disappointed with his drumming. He fucking sucks. Oh, he's playing bullshit. I'm like, shut the fuck up, man. You're just jealous because he has a drum endorsement video. It's like, let the man rest, dude. It's fucking, you know, I don't know what's wrong with you motherfuckers, dude. It's like, everybody needs to chill out. Just, like, if you don't like it, just don't say anything and move on with your life, man. That's the problem with all these motherfuckers. I gotta stop swearing. That's the problem, man. It's not the people, though. Maybe it's just the way they were conditioned by society for perfection. And it's like, man, you don't like the drumming? Go play your own drum, motherfucker. Go get your own camera, start your own YouTube channel, and play your own drums. And go on your merry way. And to watch people make fun of you. Doesn't matter. You could be like the fucking best drummer in the world, and some guy out there will still be talking shit, dude. You could be the greatest drummer. You could be the fucking most multi-hit drummer of all time, made the most money musician, and there's always some guy just talking that shit, dude. So crazy. I'll say that I'm the greatest or anything, but just example of like the mindset of humans these days. Everything they see, they have to criticize it. They have to categorize it and criticize it and put their own little fucking spin on it. I don't know, man. It's like, just shut the fuck up and move on, dude. Like, go do whatever you were gonna do with your day. Actually, some people have nothing better to do with their day, actually. They stay inside all day, fucking, looking for victims, I guess. I don't know. Looking for attention, basically. That's kind of what it is. It's like some guy with has no fucking contact with anybody because everybody hates him in life, and he comes into a room and he starts talking shit. It's like, well, and nobody likes him. It's like, well, that's why nobody likes you in life, dude, because what you're fucking doing. I don't know if you understand how socializing works. When you interact with people, do you immediately just start attacking them? Like you're a fucking Columbus, or do you just do you make peace and, like, you know, hang out and pass the peace pipe, dude? Show him your tall finger, dude. Show him my 11th finger. What, dude? Yeah, that's fucked up, man. You know, I'm glad there's some sensible people. But at the same time, you know what? The thing that's even more fucked up is that the people who come in and talking all that shit, it's like, dude, it's like a 9-year-old kid sometimes, man. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's like, what can I do? You know? It's like a little punk-ass 9-year-old kid. It's like a 10-year-old kid. Hey, fuck you. Some 10-year-old kid in Norway, dude, with fucking high-speed internet. Using his parents' fucking phone connection, man. Or you never know, you know, the person on the other side of the keyboard could be, like, you know, disabled or some shit. They could have, like, real issues, man. They could have some mental issues, and they come in here just with Tourette's, and you gotta kind of, like, you can't even take criticism, man, because, like, you don't know who the fuck is criticizing you. It could be some Stephen Hawking type dude, you know, in his wheelchair. Hey, fuck you. I'm like, oh shit, dude, I'm sorry for getting mad at you. You know, your condition is... You shouldn't be such a jerk, though, man. Fuck. Jim Morrison, dude. And glasses are dope, dude. Thank you. I actually lost these glasses for like 6 months. I left them at a winery in Germany. Somewhere in the middle of the countryside in Germany. We went there to go look at wine, or look at grape barrels of wine in a cellar. And when I got out of the car, yo, when I stepped out of the Range Rover, yo, my glasses fell on the ground. And then we drove away, and I couldn't find my glasses. And then my friend hits me up. He's like, yo, the winemaker found your glasses. Did you lose your glasses? I'm like, fuck yeah. And so he lived in the city of Frankfurt, which is maybe 3 hours away, so... After 6 months of waiting, he kept the glasses, and these glasses were used in a music video, actually, for a young Colombian artist. His nephew is a Colombian, like, hip-hop, like a reggaeton style artist, right? Whatever the new shit is called, like a cumbias type thing. And he said, yo, Skinny, can my nephew use your glasses for his music video? I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Hate losing a set of shades. The thing about these shades, man, they're $20, and I have not seen shades like these anywhere else, man. And they're peeling. They're peeling, but I don't give a shit, you know. It's a part of the identity. And when people see me out, I had another pair of glasses for a while that I was in photos in. I'm like, man, fuck those glasses, dude. Where are my glasses? And the glasses make you look hot. It's fucking, well, I mean, it is sunny out, dude. Never seen them before. I got these in New York City. I actually I tried to find more pairs because they're really cheap glasses, right? And there's only one vendor for them, and they only sell it wholesale, where it's like they only sell like fucking box of 100. And I tried to buy the box, and it was out of stock. Damn, dude. Yo, flavor. So I got them in New York City and at Artist and Fleece. Let's roll up. Let's roll the weed. That's what I need. Cause I need to sleep. Or do I need to sleep, dude? I don't need to sleep. I need to get this fucking project done, man. My boss is kind of like, you know, we have deadlines now, man. My boss gave me a deadline. He's like, you're either fucking, dude, if you don't turn this shit in by like, the absolute deadline is April 14th, but if you don't turn this shit in by like April 10th, dude, you're gonna get a fucking call, man. You're gonna get a call, and it's not gonna be good. Or, you know, it might be good. There's gonna be a lot of pressure, right? I don't like that pressure. But sometimes you need that pressure to create diamonds, baby. But yeah, man, the fucking deadline. I gotta meet some motherfucking work deadlines. Can you believe that shit? The boss got me fucking slaving away, no pay, I haven't been fucking paid in like, I'm like, dude, I haven't been paid in like, I've been paid in like a month, man. What the fuck? And he's like, well, finish the job, dude, and watch. What do you do for work? I do many things. Right now I'm designing a online gallery. Right now I'm designing an online gallery, dude. Music gallery. It's like music, art, all these fucking dope high-end things, custom vinyl, special shop, and then it's gonna have you know, the idea is that we're building this website that'll have the resources for you to make music. There's gonna be all kinds of shit, all kinds of cool shit. So I'm working on this, but I also have to finish a film too. I have to edit this film and submit it to a film festival by April 15th, and I gotta get the project finished. And if I don't do that, man, I don't know what the fuck. It's sink or swim, dude. They're gonna make me go work at McDonald's in Germany. Fuck that, dude. I ain't fucking working at no German McDonald's. I want to get this shit done, dude. Show them what's up. Then hopefully move on to fucking the next step, man. Yeah, again, the music projects together, doing a lot of music publishing. If you guys don't know about music publishing, that's all like the music money shit. So basically we're in charge of admin, publishing admin, website, motherfucking distribution, like all these things, man. This boss got me fucking doing everything, dude. You gotta clean up the toilet. You gotta be the fucking janitor. Can you believe that? Oh, you sound mad. I'm just fortunate, you know, I got shit to do, I guess, but, you know. Disc for publishing? What the fuck is a disc? Since you are in the UK for publishing, you're going to want to register with your performance rights organization. And in the UK, I know it is known as PRS. PRS. When you're a music writer, PRS collects your performance royalties. Well, every time your music gets played, and then they pay you out. So you better get registered with PRS, dude. I don't know what disc is. Disc sounds more like a fucking distributor or something. So let's break it down to you. Music business, ladies and gentlemen. Masterclass, alright? Well, it's like, what the fuck do you know? Well, I did it enough that I made some money, and I managed to fucking just, relax for 2 years. So chill out, man. Let me tell you how this is done, alright? Music publishing, man. Publishing is the, it's like book publishing. When you publish a book, it gets a special number and gets put in a registration system, and anytime the book is sold, beep beep, fucking gets sold, and the author gets paid, right? PRS office in Streatham, South London, or used to be. The only reason why I know what UK is well, okay, France is SACEM, Germany is Gamma. You got PRS, but wait, hold up. The thing is, in America, they have BMI, ASCAP, and fucking whatever the other one is. I'm part of BMI, which I'm trying to escape. But the thing is, when you register... Okay, here's one thing. When you register with your performance rights fucking organization, you can only register with one per region. Meaning, if you register with BMI and allow them to collect royalties worldwide, that forfeits you from... coming together with international organizations. Like, for example, BMI, American, whatever, they charge you. They're fucking private now. It's not even a public organization. They got sold to some private company, so I'm trying to get out. It's like, okay, what are you gonna do for your American rights? I'm like, I don't know, man. I think right now the one that looks most appealing is the one in France. If you guys know about SACEM, before you sign up anywhere, man, you can be anywhere in the world and sign up with SACEM in French, SACEM. And the thing that's crazy about SACEM is that they take... I don't know if it's a good idea. It might be cool, but it's somewhat sustained. They give you a pension, dude. They fucking give you a pension based off of like the royalties you collected over the years. I guess they take a cut and pay it out to you later. I don't know how it works, but they probably put it in a bank and collect interest on it. loan it out or whatever, and then they give you the fucking, you know, over time your account will grow. So they do that in France, man. Sassum like a job. Streatham pronounced Streatham. Sassum like a job. That idea of collecting royalties and getting paid a pension from Sassum is like, that's your retirement right there, dude. But they only pay out when you turn 65, so it's kind of sketchy, dude. I don't know about these long-term contracts. Like, you know what? Fuck that, man. By the time of 65, if Al Kilmer just died, he's 65, dude. He couldn't collect his fucking retirement. Fuck that shit. So you gotta think, you know. Sometimes you think long term, and I think thinking long term with that is like if you have like a offspring, right? You gotta have some kids or something. It's like, what the fuck am I doing? Or you gotta decide, you know, later in life. It's like, okay, when you understand that your work, your intellectual property is actually generating some kind of income and has the potential to make a lot of money, you think, well, okay, well, what is this gonna do when I die? You could just not give a fuck. You could be like, I could use this to support, like, you know, the offspring or like an organization, or hey man, just donate all my royalties to this fucking, you know, this one person, or pay out all my royalties to my whatever nonprofit organization. Publishing is the best deal to have to make money as independent. Oh yeah, definitely. I signed a publishing deal in France, man, with this publishing company, and those guys mismanaged my information. And I was doing it because I wanted to get into, I first moved to Europe. I was like, you know what? I understand this business. Let's try and get some traction with this other company. You know, they claim to be able to do all these things, and they couldn't fulfill their obligations. So I had to sick the attorney on them, dude. I had to send them a cease and desist because they did some foul shit. But the thing is like, my lesson was learned, dude. That put me on hold for like 2 years. For a year, it actually made me sick. Like that fucking business deal, I felt like pressured into it. This Frenchman, and yeah, man, they like to scam over there, dude. You better watch that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, dude, you got to be very careful with what you do, because you can dig yourself a hole. But if the thing is, man, if you have a hit catalog and you fuck up that catalog, I am just thankful that my catalog is basically to most people, like to these industry people, they don't see the value in it. Certain people, because they didn't make any money off the music. So if they made no cut, got a client here, got to skate, peace. Can you get the peace? But anyways, back to the publishing. So, you know, the thing is also with publishing, one of the things that you can do to protect yourself is just keep making music, dude. Like, just make more music. Just keep making more and more music. Because every song you make, man, every song you make for yourself, that you just make with your whatever, man, just stack up audio files. Who gives a shit? And just stack them up, because each one is an asset. You can make a beat that's 10 seconds long, dude, and some supervisor might listen to that and be like, all right, it's perfect, let's put it in the new MasterCard commercial. The next thing you know, man, you're making fucking MasterCard money, you know? What if just uploading to YouTube? If you're just uploading to YouTube, there's nothing to generate that income, man. You gotta publish the music properly. See, when YouTube has a song detection system, right? So let's say you post that video. If you let's say you sample my music and you post it on YouTube, if you don't have the publishing right, man, and the song detection detects that my sample, you're not gonna get paid. I'm gonna get paid. That's what happens. So, but when you have the music publishing in order, if you have everything registered and all the data, the metadata is correct, when the song gets played on YouTube, the correct version, you know, if your version of the song, like let's say you put drums on it, if the correct version gets played and scanned, then we both get paid. But if you fuck up and you don't care about it, man, you could post that song and it'll generate ad revenue, but it all goes to the fucking whoever owns the sound file. So you got to be careful. You got to be mindful of that, man. And you also have to be mindful when you post a song, even when you do publish it, to make sure that whoever else is part of it, man, just to hook them up, dude. Don't be one of these fucking sketch lords not paying people. That's one thing, man. And the thing is, a lot of it goes undetected, dude. But the thing is that, yeah, it always comes back around, you know. Is Bandcamp, all right, here's a good question, all right? Is Bandcamp worth putting music up on? I think Bandcamp is not, dude. My reason I have not, well, it depends, you know. Bandcamp has their own community. That's the advantage, you know. When you say worth it, I think it's worth it more to just put your own effort into your own website and promote the fuck out of it instead of promoting Bandcamp, dude, and Bandcamp Friday. So they're always like, oh, the musicians get to get all the pay on Fridays. I'm like, man, fuck that shit, dude. I want to pay every motherfucking minute I'm alive, dude. I want the full check the whole fucking minute I'm alive. And, you know, the only way to do that is to slang shit on your own website, dude. And guess what? All these fucking artists now, like Paul Wall, and all of them are saying this. I'm like, man, I've been doing that shit for 10 years, man. I've been doing it for 10 years. Not to say I'm boasting about it. I'm like, I saw where this shit was going, man. I saw where everything was going. And I decided to say, fuck the middleman, man. It's like, imagine if you're a drug dealer, dude, right? Man, okay, I picked this up from my time, I'd say, as a cannabis dealer, right? Cannabis vendor, get in the cannabis business, right? Being a low-level fucking ganja peddler, ganja fucking Rastaman peddler in Los Angeles, right? When you're buying pounds of weed or when you buy a bag of weed from someone, there's middlemen, dude, and then people dip their hands into it, and sometimes you get a call. Someone might be like, "Yo, man, I want a big bag of weed." I'm like, "All right, well, I don't have it. I gotta call the guy." So I'm the middleman, right? I'll be the fucking middleman. And in my mind, I'm like, man, fuck these middlemen. Like, when I see how the middleman system works, that's basically what it is. That you're putting a middleman between you and your fucking clientele, man. Imagine if you're the weed grower and there's a whole fucking sea of people that want to buy your weed, but there's some motherfucking dude in between that facilitates all the deals, and it's like, well, what am I dealing with this guy for? Let me just cut him out and sell directly to all these people. That's exactly what it is, man. Now the only issue is that you have streaming services, man, and streaming services like revolutionize everything because they can actually, it's a miracle, dude. Imagine we went from Napster, which didn't pay shit. We went from Napster, which doesn't pay anything, and to people just pirating and stealing music all day on torrents, to a form where people get to listen to music. When you upload your music, any song file, you get paid, dude. And these musicians are bitching about it. Can you believe that? They're like, the CEO of Spotify got paid $800 million. I'm like, listen, man, that guy's the fucking asshole. But it doesn't mean that, you know, it doesn't mean he doesn't deserve that. Like, that's his dough, man. He created the technology. Did you create a streaming service? That guy was working on that shit for a fucking decade before it blew up. But the thing is, man, in my mind, I'm a rebel, so I'm trying to rebel, right? And the rebellious, I want to play ball with like Spotify and YouTube, but I want to be a rebel, dude, and show the others. Listen, you monkeys, you want to see some shit? Everybody's complaining about the money that they're not making. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? You could fucking upload a file of you fucking burping and farting into a microphone, 3 seconds long, 10 seconds long, upload it to Spotify. That shit gets 1,000 plays, dude. You make like, 10 cents. Just from people looking at it. It's all about your perspective, man. Everybody thinks they deserve so much, man. They fucking... so much expectations from everybody. It's like just get fuck over it, man. It also might be a good thing, man. It'll weed out the motherfuckers, dude. It'll weed out all these weak people. All the fucking I know people who've given up, man. They're like, I'm taking everything off of Spotify for political reasons, actually, now it's becoming a political thing because the guy from Spotify donated some large sum to whatever, some political campaign, and everybody's up in hoots and people are saying, fuck that guy. I'm like, man, I don't know. It's fucked up because, I mean, for me, it's like that they're giving us a means to actually generate, $20 a year. That pays for my fucking, pays for my peanut butter bill, dude. That's my peanut butter bill. 2 kgs of peanut butter. I actually checked my royalties. Be absolutely upfront with you, man. I only have like 8 songs on Spotify, maybe 8 beats on Spotify. I made like $20 over a course of a whole year. Made like $20, and I said, I made $20 fucking doing nothing. I made $20 just walking around fucking doing nothing. Are you kidding me? Miracle, dude. The miracle of streaming. But, you know, there are a bunch of standpoints on it. Bandcamp, I think Bandcamp is kind of obsolete, dude. And Bandcamp used to do this thing where they would sell you, Bandcamp would sell you domain names. And when I was looking at that, it's like, oh yeah, put your domain name on your Bandcamp page. I'm like, why am I going to fucking put it on a Bandcamp page when I could just go get my own website and put my domain on my own website, dude? So this was back in maybe 2013 that I ditched Bandcamp. And the fucked up thing, man, I missed an opportunity with Bandcamp. I think a big like check, because I met one of the founders of Bandcamp, and he said, yo, upload your music and send it to me, and I'll fucking make sure it gets to the front page of Bandcamp. Guess what? I never did it, dude. I hit him up months later. They sold the company. They sold it to Live Nation or to whoever, dude, and you know, missed opportunity. That could have been a lot of eyes, a lot of ears on the music, and a good check. So you know, there's certain opportunities that come to you in live, and it's like, I can't sleep on some things, man. But you know, life moves on, dude. No regrets about that shit. No what ifs, man. All I have is whats and hows, and what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do it? I majorly fucked up this rolling, man. I rolled it inside out. I rolled the crutch too far out on all these things. I hope it works. Feels a little tight. Music business. All right. I don't know, man. All these music business motherfuckers like to put on suits and ties and all these things and fucking gather around. They go to their little industry events. I used to go to those, man. Music publishing, copyright conference. That's where I actually met my attorney. The Copyright Conference of California. What's the BPM on this? I don't know, dude. I call it jaw time. There's a lot of beats that I make because I don't use a grid, you know. So this one's all just like. But if you count it out, it might be an even 140. Sometimes it changes, dude. One bar might be 140 and the next bar might be 142. 140. It'll have like a variation in it. I call it jaw time. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't play to a grid really, man. I like to do freeform audio files. I like floating audio files, you know. So this one samples. This is a Sun Ra sample. Sample Sun Ra. So that's another thing, man. The Sun Ra music. I like Sun Ra because to clear Sun Ra samples, you can actually get in touch with the guy who owns the catalog, man, and he emails you right away. And for me, that's one thing. Is like he said, okay, it costs $500 to clear the samples for this record. I'll give it to you for $500. I said, $500? What the fuck? That's like so cheap. At the same time, I'm like, man, I need $500. Like, somebody give me $500, dude. I can put out this fucking record, man. Put your fucking name on it. You want your name on a record? A Sun Ra record? That's always the problem with these art projects, man. I'm like, all right, $500 to clear the samples, another couple $100 to make the vinyl, you know, and promote it, run some ads, and that's a good look too, man. Getting a Sun Ra record, you know. You need some dough, man. To fucking, there's dough you need. I mean, I know it because I did a crowdfunding for my first record, and you see where all the money goes into making a record, like producing a record. It's not like when you really make it your living, man, and you gotta put money into product. You know, it's like, fuck, I don't want to do this out of my own pocket. It's always good if you can do the crowdfunding, man. That's always really great. I think crowdfunding is the fucking ultimate form of like. That's like I don't know, man. Some people see it like. It's a very humbling thing too for an artist to host a crowdfund, man. It's like it's a humbling event. It's like, yo, man, help this motherfucker out. Look, he just did all this work. He just put in all this motherfucking work putting this project together, making a complete package. You know, if you consider yourself a music lover, a supporter of music, go fucking support that dude, man. But certain music crowdfundings, I can't, you know, if it's just a record, I can't get behind it. You know, it's got to be something. There's got to be something. I don't know, man. There's got to be something a little bit more for me. More for me to offer, you know, than just a record. If I'm going to do a crowdfunding, it's like, all right, we got a film, we got a record, we got a whole lifestyle catalog thing, we got the writings, all these things, you know. Independent art ain't easy. You need a lot of friends. You have a lot of, you gotta be social. You gotta make a lot of friends. Indie artists, man. I never considered myself that independent artist. I guess that's me, dude. The independent artist. But fortunately, man, God has blessed me with some very generous people in my life. And when the time comes, dude, when the time comes, I have everything ready. It's like, all right, man, let's fucking rock and roll. Cause I got some really good supporters on my side, man. People you never fucking see, dude. You only see them in certain circles. It's like, how do you beat these motherfuckers? Like, through music and wine, man. The world of wine opened up a lot to me. The world of fine wines, man, took me around the world in music. When my music collided with wine, with the world of wine and wine bars and wine parties and events, it's like, man, this shit, I got to start moving around, you know, on my own terms, like not doing like clubs or not having to play these big empty rooms or whatever. I got to play like these kick-ass wine parties, man, where you just got fucking hundreds of bottles of wine bursting open. You got these crazy beats playing and fucking everybody's going crazy. Like, wow, everybody's having a good time, good food. Oh my gosh, man. That's one of the things that I was thinking about today. I was like, man, what's up with all these concerts that I go to and they don't even got fucking food, man? What's that shit about? Like my dream would be, or I had a daydream rather, of just like a nice private concert. Not even a concert, like a listening session where we pour up different wines. I put on the music, I pour up the wines, I break out some food, right? And we do food wine pairing tasting with some music that I made and the food I made and some wine that maybe I might have had a hand in, you know? I've stepped on some grapes. I got to step on some grapes a year ago. There's a batch of wine from the Mosel, natural wine that my feet touched, dude. It's like, y'all drinking my feet juice. It's fucking interesting, but 12. Now, speaking of feet, dude, I washed my socks the other day. They're still drying, so I can't leave my house. I have to stay inside. It's a beautiful fucking day. It's like, well, just go outside barefoot, man. That's a good representation of my culture, right? For thousands and thousands of years, we were walking around with no shoes, man, on the island of Guam. I don't know what the story is. Eventually, flip-flops were introduced, you know, Japanese jori. I call it jori. So, in my town, dude, in this town of 600 people, in this village, at the church, there's these two people that are buried there, right? There's these two face statues, sculptures of this couple. Their faces, born in the 1920s. Peter and Irene Ludwig. And I always see them like, who the fuck are these people that they have like a shrine, basically like a altar almost dedicated to them, buried in the side of the church. They have a crypt, like they're buried in the side of the church, and their statues are facing the river, man, where the sun rises. Like when the sun rises, it hits their eyes. It's fucking incredible, right? Like they really knew what they were doing. So I looked it up. I'm like, who's Irene and Peter Ludwig? Turns out they're Swedish names, not German names. Peter und Irene Ludwig. So I look it up. Like, who are these people? Turns out that they were like the fucking top art collectors in Europe, man. Like they were like the wealthiest fucking art collectors. I'm like, why are they buried here in my village, dude? Where there's nobody into that shit over here. There's nothing like that over here. And it turns out that they funded the renovation of the church, and the church couldn't pay for it. They couldn't pay for the renovation, so they said, you know what? When we die, we'll just be buried here, and that could be our payment. You know, just bury us here. What smart ape? Oh, bad. You're an ape? I speak Gibbon. That's actually monkey. So, we got Peter and Irene Ludwig buried at the church, and I looked them up. I Googled them. They founded this thing called, there's like these Ludwig museums all over Germany. And they got fucking, they were one of the top collectors of American pop art in the 60s. They were like buying up all the American pop art in the 1960s, right? Like all the Warhol type of stuff, and all the Soviet era artists, right? Like all that crazy stuff. And these guys bought all of it, man. They were buying so much of it and bringing it out to Europe and showcasing in Europe, and they were responsible for that. But they also own, they also bought a bunch of Picasso type stuff and all that, everything, right? But their most valuable works are these scrolls, man. These medieval scrolls that are painted in gold. Like, just, I don't know what they are. Bible passages and all that type of stuff. Just, you look at those old manuscripts. Is it just handwritten by some monk, dude? With reinforced letters? Gibbons are apes. They are? Oh, shit. See, this guy, that's one smart ape, dude. He knows a lot of shit. Well, that's what I am, man. I'm just a fucking monkey over here on this camera. You guys get to watch the monkey. Mommy, look, the monkey. He's live again. He's playing the drums. He's playing the keyboard, Mommy, look. We do the David Attenborough. David Attenborough. The monkey plays the keyboard and records a rhythm. The monkey adds a skank. The skank stab on the keyboard to the rhythm. David Attenborough is in my head all the time, dude. Everywhere I go. Being in Europe, I'm not from here. So I always tell my brother, I'm like, yeah, man, it's like a Nat Geo documentary. The fucking my whole life. Like everywhere I go. Like right now we're on the Nat Geo of Europe, I suppose, right? The blue-eyed folk. Blue eyes. They all like to make wine out here, man. I don't know what it is. Everywhere in Europe, man, these motherfuckers like to make wine, dude. That seems to be a big part of the economy out here in Europe, is getting drunk, right? So crazy to think about, like how much wine is produced, how much shitty wine is produced, and the beers and all that stuff. Get far, singing star for Brazil. Bom dia, bom dia. Cat. What time is it? Ah, man, I want to go outside and play, man. Bom dia, no. catch you round. All right, General Joseph, have fun with the cows, man. I was watching some mini cows. Do you have mini cows? That's the thing, man. On YouTube, dude, I go between drum videos and baby seals. All right, drumming video. I'll watch a baby seal. We'll see. Okay, what's the baby seals up to today? Oh shit, it's an orca. Or it's like, oh yeah, the mother feeds it. Like I said, I'm becoming a baby seal expert. So the mother's milk, the mother calf of the Arctic seal. I forget what the type of seal it's called, but they produce a milk that's 50% fat, dude. I can only imagine. I don't know why I want to drink the milk of the seal, but now that I think about it, you know, I ate mushrooms one time and I had this mushroom trip, and I thought about the idea of milk. I'm like, that's fucking weird, dude. Like, why would... I don't know, in my mushroom mind, my shroomy mind, I had this flash of like a vision, and it was like a first person's perspective of being next to the guy who first drank milk from a cow, right? It's like, hey dude, yeah, what's up? Hey, you see that cow over there? Yeah, what's up? It's like, you know those things hanging below? I'm like, yeah. It's like, dude, want to watch me go put my mouth on it? It's like, nah, man, that's fucking weird, dude. Nah, trust me, it tastes good. Baby cows do it all the time. I'm like, I don't know, dude. That's kind of fucked up, man. I'll see you later, alright? The guy goes and drinks the fucking milk from the cow. It goes start squeezing its nipples and stuff. But then when I see a baby calf, or not a baby calf, a fucking seal, and I hear that its milk is 50% fat, like ricotta cheese, I'm just thinking, that sounds pretty good, man, you know? Do you speak Portuguese? I only know bom dia. Bom dia, oh menina. That's it. I just know hello. That's it. That's all I know, man. The Portuguese is kind of... Yeah, I was playing Duolingo for a while, but it escapes me, man. My Portuguese. That's a tough one. Brazilian everything to me is like really hard to consume. You know? Or not hard to consume, but it requires some education, dude. Like Brazilian music, for me, it's like I like it, but it's like, fuck, I wanna dissect it in my musical mind. I'm always like, how do I dissect it? And there's fucking thousands of different types of rhythms that are coming out of there, and the way they speak is totally different. Like the Brazilian Portuguese is like, when I hear it, I can't understand any of it. Even if I know a little bit of Spanish, like it's not Spanish, you know. It's not any of this, not any of these other languages. It's Portuguese, dude. Like it's a beautiful language, man. I love listening to languages. I found that when I was in Italy, man, I loved listening to Italian, just listening to people speak. Oh man, it's like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying, but it's beautiful. You could be talking about these guys were talking about pizza, you know. They're talking about the pizza place, pizza mange, you know. But 11-12, dude. That's a good number. It's number of fortune. Anyways, MosFiMusic.com, ladies and gentlemen. You can go over there, tune in, explore the website, find yourself some music, absolutely free, dude. And if you like to support, man, always cop those digital downloads, those t-shirts, the vinyl. Or you can contribute directly to the website through the donate link, man. Fucking be like, yo, this motherfucker needs a pizza in his life. We can get some pizza. Alright, cool. Obrigado. Okay, Brazilian music. I do like Arthur Verocai. Arthur Verocai, dude. Arthur Verocai, dude. Verocai. I like to pronounce my V's like B, man, and it's easier to say. Arthur Verocai. He's a good one. If you guys are looking for Brazilian music. So recently we've been studying a lot of Cuban music, and I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, I'm learning these rhythms now. How do I turn it into my own? You know, that's the thing. You got to learn the foundation, and then you can start to. I guess the idea is not to take the whole pattern and use it, but more so take the pattern and incorporate it into like your main style, right? If you're a funky drummer, right? You're funky. You're being a funky, super funky man. You can throw in like a lick from the Cuban rhythm, right? You can go like 4 counts funky, 4 counts Cuban, 4 counts funky, 4 counts hip hop, 4 counts Indian, 4 counts clave, son clave. Then you break it down into halftime, dude, and you go halftime, and then you drop into the purdy shuffle, right? You just drop into a shuffle. So this is one thing I've been trying to figure out, is like how to construct like a routine on the drums, you know, something that will stay interesting for the listener and also be fun for me. Like I just want it to be fun, right? Like a fun fuck, like you see that motherfucker playing the drums, oh, this is fun. Where I've done it before, where I played drums in public. You know, when I was in Paris last couple of times, I brought my drum kit out there and I just pull up to a park, pull up under the bridge, pull up by the river, whatever, and just start playing the drums, right? And at that time, I was really heavy on the Afrobeat, still studying Afrobeat. And I played the Afrobeat at this park, man, and kids were dancing, the sun was shining, and the moms were jumping up and down, and kids were going crazy. And actually, one kid came over and he played the clave, dude. I remember that. There's one kid came over and played the clave, and I was playing the drums, and he was playing the clave, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? It was like a 6-7-year-old kid, man, like just a little boy. And man, when the children see you play the drums, dude, they just stare at you like you're an alien or something. You know, I'm playing drums at the park, and there's all these kids to the right, and maybe like normal people to the left, but I'm pretty close. I'm on a patch of grass near the playground. All these kids are jumping up and down, and then some of them are just stopping, like staring, dude. Really absorbing the music, really absorbing the rhythms. Like, man, their mind is so young and fresh. They never heard some of these little dudes. Never even heard music before, right? Never seen nobody play the drums in front of them. I'm like looking at them. It's like you guys are brand new here. When I look at the kids, I'm like, little people, you're new here? Let me show you something. What kind of kit do you have? Honky Kong, dude. Honky Kong. I got a Pearl Rhythm Traveler, man. So dope. Pancake kit. Double biceps to Brazil. Will you freeze us? Are you Aokiji? Will you freeze us? Dude, you're the second person to say. Cloud Strife was saying I look like Aokiji. I actually wrote it down. Kutsan Aokiji. Right there. Right? What kind of kit do we have? We have a Pearl Rhythm Traveler. It's pretty good. We got Freddie G into his house. Oh man, we just kicking back, dude. Kicking back, relaxing. It's a Saturday, man. Saturday, I haven't left the house, dude. Just woke up. You have Tom a Rockstar Deluxe with Zildjians. Sounds rockin', dude. I have the cheapest. I needed a drum kit in December because I was playing with a winemaker for it's called the Mosel Burgunder study. It was a wine study where all these winemakers gathered, and at the end of the gathering or the panel discussion, myself and this young winemaker named Janis Melsheimer, we together, he plays guitar, I play the drums, we jammed out, and I got this drum kit specifically for that reason. And Yeah, so I've just been playing it ever since, man. Since like November, December, just jamming drums. I think I progressed quite a bit. Before I got the drums, I couldn't play the Afrobeat. Now I can Afrobeat, I can carascas, I can do the Roomba type thing. I really want to learn the songo, man. The songo. Friend passed and left them to you. Oh yeah, the drums. Yeah, man. So I got the cheapest cymbals. I have a pair of hi-hats, which are actually splash cymbals, custom, right? I was thinking, man, my whole idea was to have the most portable drum kit I could possibly have, because I've tried the Tama pancake drum kit, not portable. This drum kit has a handle on it. It folds up like a briefcase. It uses real drum heads. Sounds good. And then I got a hi-hat stand with 8-inch splash cymbals as my hi-hats, which is a big challenge, man, to get a nice sound out of 8-inch hi-hats. It's what's good, Manu? So the 8-inch hi-hats, it's quite a bit of work to get a good sound out of it, man. When I play it, I gotta be so careful. If I hit it just even, like, if I raise my stick too high and I drop it, it just goes. But you want it to be sizzling, right? You don't want to go. I don't like my hi-hat barking, man, and that's a big problem when you play a lot with your left foot. When you do the Tony Allen style. Oh man, we got a drummer in the house, dude. Honky Kong. Anyways, welcome. Speaking of drums, man, we've been loading our brain with drum programming education all over the internet, man, and I highly suggest for drums, man, just look up Tony Allen. He'll teach you the Afro beat, and you watch him play, and what you see him play, for a normal drummer, you know, you're starting out and you watch him play, you think that whatever he's playing is impossible, dude, but he shows you how to do it. And then you practice it and you play it like 500 times, then you might be able to complete the pattern. Then when you play it another 500 times, dude, like, all right, I'm getting the hang of it. Then when you play it, 10,000 times the Afro beat, you'll start to be able to, like, improvise over it. Gotta attack with the right angle. Tony Allen, incredible drummer. Rest in peace, man. That's who's been my teacher. The thing that's cool about Tony is that he left a lot of information with us, man. He told us exactly how to play. He told us why his drumming was different, which I really liked. What he did with drumming was so different from everybody else, like, and he created these patterns, man. If that is a sign of, to me, he didn't just make a song, dude. He made a foundation. Like, he made the foundation of his music. He created a pattern called the Afro beat. And there's Afro beat number 1, which is the original, and you have Afro beat number 2, which is backwards, right? It starts out snare on 1. You go ta 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 boom kakat kakat boom kakat kakat boom kakat. Then you got Afro beat number 1, boom cat cat boom cat cat boom cat cat boom cat. Yo, White's again. What Bracken, dude? The number 1 tape collector, dude. The survivor of the fires, man. What's cracking, dude? Everybody say hello to White's again, man. Looks like you should just be waking up in Los Angeles. Suppers. Who's over here chilling, dude? Rocking the Python print. Check out Josh Eppard if you get a chance, man. You ain't gotta tell me about Josh Eppard, dude. Josh Eppard was one of the, thank God for Josh Eppard, man, because, like, I grew up in that era, man, where all the kids on Guam, they were all listening to rock music, right? We're all listening to fucking the rock music of the time, of early 2000s. Rock music was at its, like, peak, right? So you had rock music, metal, all these things, screamo, emo, metalcore, death metal, fucking all these things. And then you had that progressive shit that Coheed and Cambria was playing, right? You got this Puerto Rican dude singing in falsetto about science fiction over these fucking crazy progressive rock songs, man. I don't even like to call it progressive. This is like fantastical rock music. And then Josh Eppard was their drummer, man, on their first 3 records, man. And those records were part of my like upbringing, dude. And when I first started playing drums, right? You know, I was primarily listening to metal, right? Like Lamb of God and Slipknot, and not all of Slipknot. Lamb of God primarily. Like everybody's first records were my favorite. And then Coheed and Cambria, dude. You listen to that and their drummer, it's like, what is he doing, man? And there's a Drumeo video of him playing, and he's smacking the shit out of those drums, dude. He's crazy. Josh Eppert's crazy. "14 years. Aw, congratulations, man. You guys did the shit. 14 years ago. That was a lifetime ago. Nah, Josh Eppert, man. And Josh Eppert got fucked up on pain pills or something like that, man. He went a little crazy. But Josh Eppert, then eventually he left the band, and then the records after that, they got the drummer from the Foo Fighters, Taylor Hawkins, rest in peace. He died of drugs, right? He died of a fucking overdose. Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. But I have to say, man, the record with Taylor Hawkins wasn't, to me, that wasn't the sound. I'm like, okay, that's great. Taylor Hawkins is a rockin' drummer, right? But man, Josh Eppert was the one he was groovy. He's a groovy fucking drummer, man. He played like I don't know, his style was like some kind of cyborg fucking hybrid style, man. You never really hear. Like he's throwing in like weird licks in there, man, or stuff that just he thought of. Dillinger Escape Plan drummer too. Oh, Chris Penny. Oh yeah, when they got Chris Penny, I was so excited for that, man, because when Coheed and Cambria got Chris Penny, I was happy about that because I thought Chris Penny. Oh man, I gotta listen to Dillinger Escape Plan. Are they still around? I don't know, man. That band was crazy. Their singer was like this big motherfucker, right? Like a big roided out type dude wearing boots, and he would stomp on people's faces. Like he would go run into the crowd. He'd jump on people's heads, and then like rock back into the stage, man. Like it's too crazy, dude. Gotta be careful, man. Speaking of which, like that whole the rockers, man. Yeah, the singer from Lamb of God killed somebody, dude. He killed somebody out here in Europe. Like, he, threw this guy off the stage or something. I don't know what he did. I think he kicked the guy in the face. Hey! What are you doing? Yo. A motherfucking wasp just flew into my window, dude. Oh, he dropped a new album about a week ago. Is Joshy Boy fucking drumming on it? That's what I want to know. Oh, Farewell B. Oh, he left. Oh, man. Honky Kong. So what part of the world are you tuning in from these days? I take it that you're American. All the Americans are awaking, dude. A new dawn in America. Good morning, America. Fucking Skinny Pablo, MosaiMusic.com. Tuning in. Bring you to the news. We're bringing you music, discussion. Our primary focus is on the great drummers of the world. Most notably, recently, I have to say, I discovered a new drummer. A new drummer that is a great teacher, man. A great teacher. And I discovered him through this one Cubano drummer. His name is Barrea. What's his name? Barroa? Barroa. But anyways, how do I forget this guy's name? He teaches you everything, dude. If you look it up on YouTube, what's his name? It's not Ignacio. There's Ignacio Hernandez, El Negro, dude. That's how you know you're a badass drummer, when they put a name in quotations in between your first name and your last name. Horacio El Negro Hernandez. NC, North Carolina. Damn, must be nice out there. The Americas, dude. The American dream. But anyways, so this guy puts me on to drummer. Just from, you know what, when you watch, this is one thing I want people to do, man. Like, if you're a musician or just curious about music and you watch these music interviews, listen very carefully, man. Listen so carefully. Because for me, by listening carefully to these discussions, you get put on to some real shit, man. Like, and it's not about music. It's mostly about people. They'll say, "Oh yeah, man, this guy fucking did this, and this guy was this, and this guy's that," and you start looking up the musicians, keep going back in time, right? And I was watching an interview of Dizzy Gillespie. Dizzy Gillespie, he starts dropping names, man. He's like, oh, and he's cool as shit. He's like, oh yeah, you gotta check out this guy, Bunk Jameson or whoever, you know. It starts shouting all these names, and you're like, immediately writing down. It's like, what? Who's he talking about? You look it up. It's some dude born in like 1846, you know, a trumpet player who like made it. It's really crazy to think, man, that there were innovators who were born in like the 1800s and then they made it to what, the 1940s, and they didn't get to see the music evolve, man. There's some people who didn't get to see music evolve, and there's people who got to see all the music evolve, man. Like, it's crazy. It's fascinating to see the lifetime of one person and how much the music has changed, dude. North Carolina, lots of duendes. Dang, dude. What do you know about duendes? Michael Shreve, Woodstock, 1969. Who's Michael Shreve? Wait, what band was he playing in? See, man. See, I learn a new name every day. Michael Shreve. He's like, Michael Shreve? You don't know Michael Shreve? I'm like, all right, dude. You must be super drumming nerd. We got powers in the house, dude. I was playing drums, but my phone is low on battery. I actually got to charge it. We're going to charge it, get some water, chill, smoke one more, and then, you know, I can't leave the house because my socks are, unfortunately, wet. All right, here. Okay, we're gonna go back to the non-professional setup, I suppose, right? Oh, he told you about the duendes and the cuquis. So I'm from the island of Guam, and on the island of Guam, we use the term duendes as well, right? Which was adopted from the Spanish era, but the traditional name for it is known as the Tautamona. Tautamona. The Tautamona and the Tautamona. But then the duendes are, you know, the tree dwellers, man. They dwell in the trees and they watch you. And maybe they might appear to you. Master of the House. Santana Blues Band. Oh, he played the Santana Blues Band. Woodstock 1960. You should have said Woodstock 1969 Santana, dude. Santana. Is that the one where he was high on LSD? They'll take your toes. They, you know, it depends on the type of person you are, man. If you're an offending character, if you're a bad character, man, they ain't gonna fuck with you. If you just minding your business, you just, you know, you do your thing. If you make offense, man. So back in Guam, the thing is, like, there were the presence of the they called them the people of before, the Tautamona, the people of back then, and you know, they'll fuck with you. They'll fuck with you if you're in the wrong. If you're like misbehaving or anything like that, or there's something about you, man. They, you know, my whole life I was never. I always felt like I was in the good graces of them, right? But then you had like my grandma. She says, "Hey, they don't like me." I was like, "Hey, what the fuck did you do, man? Hey, you stay over there, dude. Don't spread that shit over to me. They don't like you. They like me. Probably because I smoke weed and I chill out all day. I'm not uptight, man. I'm not uptight about this shit." You know, I'm not. I don't mean no harm to nobody. I'm just a floating spirit floating around in this body, right? Making do. But the Tautamona, man, I have a story. Like my family. Actually, my family was my mother when she was a child, and her sister and other family members, a few aunties, uncles, whoever, were on the island of Guam. Put on my Guam accent, nay. So one day they all went to a family beach, the Taitano family beach, which was supposedly haunted, nay. Because a lot of bad shit went down over there in the Spanish era and the Japanese era. You know, you never know. And in the ancient times. And so this family beach is in a bay of some kind, and one day they all go out into the water to go play. And they're playing in the water. Then all of a sudden, my auntie who's watching the kids can't breathe, and she's not in the water. She's standing outside the water. She can't breathe. She's like, I don't know why I can't breathe, night. It was like some mysterious thing. She couldn't breathe, and the kids were in the water, right? And one of the kids, whatever part of the kids that were in the water came out, and they were like all bruised up or something, man. They developed these bruises, right? The earth bruised them. I was thinking, man, what if it was just some kind of radioactive spill or something? But no, man. You know, it was like some unexplainable shit. I was like, well, yeah, man. Like, you know, you come in with a vibe that the ancestors of the land don't like, man. And you got to be fucking careful, dude. But that's interesting. In North Carolina, the duendes, man, the ancient, the natives, man. You got to be careful in America, dude. You know, I recently started. I'm not speculating or anything, but man, you know, there's some people. I see some channels on YouTube where they go through like ancient native ruins, man, especially in the Grand Canyon, and they're finding native ruins, and the dude's picking up stuff, and he's entering the living quarters and picking up I'm like, wait a minute, dude, you're doing like all the shit that you're not supposed to do. You're doing it. You're doing it. Don't do that. And the next thing you know, man, like, you know, maybe some misfortune happens to that one person. You gotta be careful doing stuff like that. I mean, okay, I don't like to speak in certain ways of people who just recently passed, but there was a YouTuber who was known for doing that, and he's not alive anymore, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it's weird watching his videos because you're kind of like, you're watching it and like, man, this dude is doing all the shit I would never do. I don't know why you're doing that. And the thing is, people are encouraging it. Oh yeah, cute archaeology and looking at things. And meanwhile, man, as someone who has intuition about things, I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't be touching that, dude. Given he's leaving things, maybe not bringing anything back, but dude, when you're going to all these Native American lands and you're picking up stuff that they hold sacred in those sacred spaces, even just entering the fucking space, dude. If it looks like a place where somebody was living, don't go in there, man. Approach it as if somebody was still there. That's what I would say. Approach wherever you're fucking going, approach it as if somebody was still there. Like, that's kind of what it is, right? Connect the Sibian to donations. We gotta throw a crowdfunding for the Sibian. Bad juju. Showed you a song by Elvis Crespo called Suavemente. It's been stuck in your head for a week. Santana. Okay, so back to the drumming. Okay, rewind. Back to drumming. We went off low topic to a little bit of paranormal, as they call it, whatever, the spiritual realm. Discussion of the spiritual realm and what you think it is. There's people who don't believe in it, man. Until they have to, right? And then back to the drumming, dude. So the Cuban drumming. Let me rewind because I never mentioned his name. I said I heard this name. It took like 3 different conversations and listening on YouTube interviews and just listening carefully. And this guy drops a name, man. He says Changuito. I'm like, Changuito? You just call him Changuito? I'm like, what does Changuito mean, dude? And it's this Cuban drummer, man. He doesn't speak any English. He has lessons online. You can watch his lessons. He'll have an interpreter there with him. And he's just like a badass Cuban guy, man. Like he just looks like a classic Cubano fucking rhythm master, right? And they call him Changuito, dude. Like, he doesn't even have, they don't call him by his full name. They give him a nickname, and Changuito means monkey. I looked it up. I'm like, what does Changuito mean? Monkey. I'm like, dude, they call him monkey? That's you know, you got Horacio Hernandez, right? And they call him El Negro. But then you got this dude. What is his name? Juan? No, it's not Juan. But anyways, Changuito, dude. If you go on YouTube and you want to learn about drumming, look up Changuito, and there's a whole like he tells you the songo foundations of songo drumming, right? Which gets really funky. It gets funky, man. If you want to learn something new, he tells you the patterns that he invented in like the late 60s for the lo bamban, also known as los van van. You know, if you go to fucking, but in Cuba they pronounce it lo bamban. Dude, so cool, man. Like super gangster shit, right? All the Scarface origins. Anyways, lo bamban, volume 3. Volume 3, dude. Lo Bamban. Can you give me a Bloomkin? Claudette, what is that, man? Is that some kind of service? We got Bloomkins on mosaimusic.com. Mosaimusic.com. Use the code. What's the code? Freddie G, give him a code. Use the code DANCE for a certain percentage off, man. Right before your eyes. All right, mosaimusic.com. Code DANCE. You can go get your VJ on the toilet, a Bloomkin. How much? No. Wait, you're talking about giving me one? I'm gonna say that'd be fucking $10,000 for you to have the privilege of giving me the Bloomkin, dude. Oh man, that's pretty awful. The rusty trombone, man. It's, you know, those innuendos, right? Those code words. Somebody invented that code word for somebody's mom, great grandparent invented that code word. I don't know if it died. You know, no, it didn't die with it. It's still being used to this day. So, you know, I wonder when that was created. ¿Cómo te llamas? Bon café. No hablo. Ich nicht verstehen español, aber ich can read. I can read a little bit of Spanish. You know, a little bit of Latin, things of Latin descent. Ooh. All right. My phone's about to die, but I want to smoke one more and hang out with you guys. And we got to put on some music. I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out on Saturday. You know, these little discussions. I like to present more music, and it's coming, man. It's coming. I should do a beat set sometime, right? Drop a killer beat set. I don't know why I'm not doing those more. I've mostly just been creating. Can you play some of your music? Oh yeah, let's put on some. I've been rocking the same playlist for a little bit. Let's put on some beats. Look at that fucking Ross Dude Python print. De acuerdo. De acuerdo. Me tengo que ir. Fue un placer conocerte. Done. Put it up, select that. Fuck. Y'all motherfuckers saw my feet, dude. That wasn't supposed to happen. See you later, Hong Kong. That was supposed to be a paywall stream, you know? Hey, what can I say? I did my laundry, alright? I'm doing my laundry like a responsible adult. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up too, man. Alright, so we're gonna blaze one and then, I don't know, man. The pressure's on, dude. Apex, WSG. Talking about West Side Gun. Oh, what's good? West Side Gun, like WSG, man. All is good, dude. I'm gonna fucking smoke one with you guys, and then I'm gonna go walk around outside. The sunlight is already gone, man. I didn't get no sunshine today. I didn't get no sunshine. No sunshine. I like that. It slows down. Just over here, man. We got some art in the background. We got some art here. Look at that. Look at this shit. The fucking chair matches the jacket, man. You know, on brand. On brand. I'm gonna say shout out to Roz, dude, for hooking it up. Handmade, dude. Look at this handmade Python print, reflective. Each one is individually print. Not bad. Skate 3 Boss MD, what's good? All is good, man. All is clear. It's a good day. I'm thankful, man. Another day, another opportunity to fulfill the needs of my soul, dude. Funky soul, dude. I danced yesterday, man. I was getting some dancing in. That was really fun. Danced my ass off, making funky stuff. But right now, there was actually a video that came up in my algorithm of like learning the keyboard. And I was thinking, man, I should really like get down to really learning the fundamentals of keyboard, man. At least like moving my hands around. Move your hands around on the keyboard. Verdadero. Okay. That's the only thing I know how to say in Espanol with confidence. Okay? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué? Sí. No. No. Sí. Muchas gracias. See, I can speak a little bit of Espanol, dude. Dos mulitas. Dos mulitas y 3 tacos de cabezas. Verdadero equals true. The truth, dude. Acknowledgement of the truth. Saying something is true, dude. Incredible. Truth and facts. All right. So right now we're rolling up some kind of, I don't know, some kind of citrusy. I forgot the name already, man. I don't know. With cannabis, like names that, I don't know. It's weird smoking like strains that aren't established names, you know, and especially out here in Germany, you know, you're getting all these names that it's like, it's not that they're behind on weed. Like they got some Cali strains, but they're still dabbling with, like they're still experimenting, you know. It's like, yo, man, just grow where the fuck are they growing in America, man? The motherfuckers been doing this shit way hard, dude. Or Cali at least, right? I think when it comes to weed, man, I mean, California was like innovated like so much shit. The culture of it, they innovated the culture, dude. Look at that, it's crazy. It's like, man, they're all the same. It's like hip hop or something like Cali weed culture. Because Cause man, I don't know, when you try weed from other places, like all you can think of is like I wish I had that. Wish I had that insane OG or the fucking some good solid OG Kush. It's all about the OG Kush, man. I don't know. In my world, I haven't smoked real OG Kush in fucking years. If I smoked some real OG right now, I'd probably pass out. That's that pass out weed. Mi nombre es Tyler. Mi nombre es Tyler. Yo, Tyler, what's cracking, dude? What flag is that? Wait, hold on. Let me guess. Is that Argentina? No. I mean, I just assume, right? Man, I actually don't know what that flag is, dude. Fucking. I can't say I know many flags, right? Okay, I know the flag of Germany, because I'm in Germany and they fly it around all the places. I know the American flag. I know the flag of Guam. The flag of Guam is pretty cool because it says Guam on it, right? Or does it say Guam? No. Some of them do. But the flag of Guam is one of the only ones that's like a picture. It's a picture of the island. It's like a drawing. Spain. Oh yeah, it is Spain, right? I knew it, dude. It's got the golden red. Madrid, dude. Okay, yeah, okay, alright. Spain? You don't know the fucking Spain, dude? I've been, I have a Spanish ancestor, man. I discovered that, and I think he was a jerk. No, but actually, my part of my heritage is Spanish, so we can trace where they came from. You know, back in Guam, which is really cool, actually, to know that. So on the island of Guam, you know, the Spaniard came over, whatever. They basically killed a bunch of natives and then eventually merged the populations of the settlers and the natives. And down the line, you know, a lot of people fell in love or whatever. And I came out at some point, but it's really cool that you can look to see back in the records of like the first settlers coming, and then you can see what like their lineage down until like modern day. You can say, oh yeah, my great grandfather came from this part of Spain, you know, Sevilla or something like that, right? I had a great grandfather who was a governor. He was the governor of the island of Guam, Spanish appointed governor. He was a Spaniard. And I was thinking, it's like, man, you motherfuckers better give me citizenship, dude. Ever heard of the Guess Who? Nah. What's this a reference to? David May. Stepping on the stage. Everybody, welcome David May to the chat room. American woman. Man, oh man. American woman. Oh, ain't no man. From Montreal, Canada. Hey. Did you watch Nosferatu? Which Nosferatu? There's 1923, I think, 28, 20, somewhere in the 1920s, which is pretty cool, silent film. Then there's the Werner Herzog Nosferatu, which is, I really enjoyed it. It has Klaus Kinski, the crazy German actor, the huge Arschloch, the crazy man playing Nosferatu. He did a good job, man. But there's a new one. I've not seen it. Is it any good? Because, man, these guys are running out of ideas, man. Like, why am I going to watch the new Nosferatu when there's a Klaus Kinski version from the 1970s directed by Werner Herzog? Super dry, dude. You want dry storytelling? It's weird. It's like it's almost like a documentary. You're observing a vampire, like, go into this town, and he brings the plague with him, man. And everybody in the town fucking dies. It was so good. Who stars in it? Very Willem Dafoe, dude. If I was casting Nosferatu, I'd be like, get a good actor in there, man. Or Benicio del Toro or something, right? Okay, who stars in New Nosferatu? Who directed it? Who stars in it? Where was it made? Is it American? American made? I would like to see films with less known actors, man. There's got to be a way to do that. Lily Defoe is in it. Oh fuck yeah! I knew. You know what? I know I read about it somewhere online. That sounds good to me. Is it on Amazon, or did you watch it in a movie theater? Lily Depp. I love the idea. I had a friend that had a picture of Nosferatu tattooed on his leg. That's like his first tattoo, or maybe I think that was his first tattoo out of high school. He got a picture, a whole portrait of Nosferatu on his leg, so it's on his. It's the head just sticks out of his sock, but it's him like this. When you pull down the sock, it's the guy who played Pennywise was Nosferatu. Oh, there was another one. Oh, the guy who played Pennywise is the new Nosferatu. Nosferatu. That sounds good to me. How's the cinematography though, man? How's that cinematography? Okay, wait a minute. How much special effect are there practical special effects, or is it all CGI, man? Am I looking at a lot of CGI? Because if I gotta stare at CGI, man, I don't know. You inside taking glasses off. The fucking window's open. The light is coming in this way. Take glasses off? That's behind the paywall, dude. You gotta go to the website, hit the donation tab on mosthighmusic.com, or order a record. I'll send you a picture of my eyes with the record. Go buy some vinyl. Crash coming in here demanding things, dude. Can you believe that? Imagine I'm just sitting here at home and this guy's coming into my house like, hey, take those glasses off, like he's a fucking glasses police. The Aztecs were on mushrooms. When Cortez and the Spanish conquistadors conquered them, you can imagine seeing horses for the first time tripping balls. I could imagine being on mushrooms and being like, fucking, this dude's sticking a sword in me, dude. What the fuck? I was like, oh my god. I was just hanging out being naked, being a naked savage, as they call them. Naked savage in a fucking giant civilization with pyramids. The fucking savages with their pyramids, dude. Those savages with their pyramids and their forests that they're in touch with, man. And the nature they're in touch with. Fucking... Look, they ain't wearing no shoes, dude. What are they doing? Sarcasm. Rasa, dude, OnlyFans. Special effects were good. The blood was nice looking. Okay. Was it in black and white? Black and white or color? They pulled a black and white, dude. Props for that. Crash, you need to chill out, dude. I don't know who the fuck you are, man. Everybody say hello to Crash in the chat room. Everybody look at him. Crash needs a hug. Aw, there you go, Brian, dude. See Brian bringing it in, Brian. Crash, you need a hug, dude. Everybody give him a hug, man. It's like that therapy session in Fight Club. That's what Brian's the fucking dude from Fight Club. He goes chat room to chat room, just be like, this guy needs a hug. He just looks for the people that seem troubled, and he's like, let's give this guy a hug. He's a serial chat roomer. Your mama can give me a hug. Maybe your mom should give you a hug, dude. Chris Tro double C, dude. If you're a guy, you do Fight Club night. Alexis, just start a fight. Do a girl version, man. That one's probably better. No more fighting, dude. We don't need no boxing gloves, man. It's over, dude. fucking boxing gloves. You ever see Muhammad Ali before and after? Before he's like, I'm the greatest motherfucker in the world. I'm the prettiest fucking motherfucker. And the end of it is like, damn, dude. Oh shit, the police. You see Super Cat today? What's up with Super Cat? Well, sorry, Kresh. I had to kick you out, man. You guys just fucking, But at the same time, man, he could have been like a 9-year-old kid, dude. Now, some people you just can't fix it, dude. You gotta have security take him out. Anyways, back to Girl Fight Club, man. I don't know, dude. I watched the UFC and watch kick. I used to watch UFC all the time, man. I can't take it anymore. I don't know. Something with growing up, just like, yeah, man. I don't want to watch nobody compete in anything. Right now, the thing that comes into my realm sometimes is, you know, the political situation of the world. I'm like, dude, this shit is like sports for motherfuckers, dude. It's like a sports competition. This trade game war that they call it. I'm like, what is going on? It's all this. Everybody's obsessed with competition in sports and like the sport of doing all these things. I'm like, can't we all just chill out and let's even drumming, man. People compare drummers. People talk shit about drummers. Like, yo, man, that's not the point. We're all just doing what we love, man. We're just doing what we love to do. And people want to criticize when you're doing what you love to do. I'm like, I'm playing drums. Someone comes in, you suck. It's like, doesn't matter, man. But if you're someone that discourages people or tries to take away joy, and as the Navajo say, dude, the 4 things, right? They think in 4s: peace, joy, confidence, and hope. Not in that particular order, but if you're diminishing those things and the lives of people around you, whoo, you fucking up, G. You gotta correct yourself. The neighbor's cat. Well, what happened to Super Cat? The neighbor's cat? Super Cat, man. Okay, everybody say hello to Kyle. He's in the house. Like that beat. This beat was sampled, sample material derived from like some kind of Chinese joint. Super ill, dude. Super ill. I don't know what the big deal is. Why? What the big deal about what is? Oh shit! There's like a stigma in China. It's like products from China and this and that. I'm like, okay, man. Everything I fucking own, besides my record cutter, made in Germany. Everything was basically made in China, right? Well, my keyboard, I think my keyboard was made in Germany. I don't know. I like my German-made stuff, though. It's pretty fun. I want to say all the computer stuff I have made in China. All my everything, and my drum set was made in Thailand, actually. Not bad. Terminator X. Ah, man, I'd love to have a little scratch mixer DJ, dude. That's one of the skills that I would love to build up, and it's something, you know, for modern day audiences. Like, if you can play the drums and then start doing scratch loops over it, if I could just drop a drum break, start scratching, oh, so much fun. As far as cutting, man, I'm a, you know, I can do the transformer. I'm a white belt transformer. Oh, the squidge is scratching. Shows the drum set and the record cutter. Yeah, man. Sorry, my phone is low on battery, so I have to keep it on the charger. But oh, the record cutting station. Hold up, I gotta clean up. There's a bunch of fucking garbage everywhere. Rolling papers and so this is the record cutter. It's got it's made in Germany. It's you got the cutter head over there, which has a stylus on it, which drops on a blank record. You put your blank record here, and it carves in the audio files on the record. So you got your heating bulbs, and you got a few rack units below here. And I don't know, there's some stuff in there you guys can check out. rack units. Haven't messed with that in a while. Mess with what? And so we got the record cutter here, back open for business, baby. I had to do some maintenance on it. But check these out. Yo, y'all want to see some shit that nobody's got? Yo, Whitezican, you might like this. If you're into compact things, yo, check this out, man. Exclusive, dog. Compact disc, vinyl records, man. Most people format 12-inch, 7-inch, sometimes you get 10-inch. CD format, vinyl, dude. Singles, loops. And the cool thing about the power of vinyl is that we can do infinite loops, unlike a CD. So the idea is that this thing can only hold about 2.5 minutes per side, right? So the idea is like, okay, with the vinyl machine, instead of cutting in a spiral, you cut in a perfect circle, and it'll be a perfect circle of sound. And you drop the needle, and it'll play infinite. It'll play until the end of time if you want, until the power goes out, the power grid shuts down. You can just play a record, or until the record fucking breaks, you know? So, yeah, it's pretty cool. You probably run a loop maybe 100,000 times, you know, till it's completely dug out on the vinyl. Let's think about vinyl too, man. People love vinyl, but I'm like, dude, it's like it's the best and worst format. It sounds cool and it accepts dynamics, but when you put things on vinyl, it changes, and the vinyl degrades every single play, man. Whether it's pressed records or cut records, you know, and for cut records, it degrades faster depending on the temperature you cut it at. So if you cut it real warm, when the record was nice and soft, and you get those nice soft grooves, it's gonna be a softer record, right? So it'll wear out quicker. But if you cut it at a colder temperature, the grooves will last longer, but the grooves will last longer from playback, but there'll be more noise because of the harder disc, you know. So when the disc is too hard, so it all depends on the cutting quality. And you know, press records are cool because there's one master file that was decided. It's like, this is the one. With cut records, each copy is different, man, sonically. But I like that, you know. I mean, for my needs, it works for me, man. Works for me. Scratching records is jamming out. Oh, I haven't done anything artistic in years. You gotta, if you want to do it, man, you find the time, you know. When I did have my job, I was waking up early in the morning. It was like 5:30 in the morning, getting to it. 5:30 a.m., just work for like 1 hour. At the end of that hour, you got something, and then you do it again the next day, and the next day you got something. And you do it every day, and then eventually it just becomes routine. Eventually making stuff doesn't even like feel like it's a work. It doesn't feel like it's a task, you know. It's something you do. It just becomes natural eventually, like a natural motion in your day. And they destroy nations. Don Chifote. Whoa, dude, calm down, man. Calm down, dude. Sound like a fucking extremist over here. The United States, man, I have to say the U.S., okay, despite all the horrible things they did contribute to the planet, the United States is the source of some great things, man. Without the U.S., man, we wouldn't have jazz music, dude. Jazz music is American. Without the United States, would have never had. Well, because of the U.S., we have the drum kick pedal, dude. You guys know that? The U.S. was, they first created the drum kick pedal, which was dubbed like a trap drum set. So we have drum sets now, man, and that changed the course of music. All the music we listen to today that has drum set in it, guess what, dude? That's the sound of America dominating, dude. But you know, they did a lot of fucked up shit. Hey, listen, man, I come from native from a land that's owned by the United States, but you know what? It's like, you don't see me fucking getting so mad. There's ways to go about things, of handling things, and you can't be so angry in life, man. Because you're just gonna fuck your own life up. You don't like my country? I'm from the island of Guam, and I currently live in Germany. Do you listen to Juice World? No, Juice Man 999, Juice World. Rest in peace, right? Even though it's not perfect, do you have a lot of freedoms? Yeah, that's true, man. Depends where you live in America, you know. Like, you have to look at America too. A friend of mine who was, you know, I lived in Los Angeles for 12 years, and a friend of mine from Minnesota, he says, yeah, man, like where he's from, it's such a different place that he looks at America. Every state is a different country. He's like, they're basically different countries. They have different laws. They have all these different laws, different culture, different this and that. I was like, pretty much, man. Like, if you conduct yourself in life, like in California, right? Pretty relaxed. You know, you can fucking smoke a blunt in a baby's face if you want, right? And the mama will be there smoking the blunt with the baby, will fucking smoke the blunt with you, right? You do that in Texas, dude, you're going to jail. You do that in fucking... basically, I guess it's just Texas right now. I don't know. Everywhere else is pretty chill. Don Quixote, man, this guy's delusional, dude. You're holding like weird like politics against people, man. You don't know shit. It's like, man, I'm just a chill guy, just hanging out. And so are my friends in America, man. The problem with America is like everybody talks shit about it. My biggest issue is like when people talk shit about America, if you're in Europe or whatever, or in London, I don't know, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, you know, that came from here. That shit came from here, dude. The mindset, the Western mindset came from here, and then it went there, and look what happened. Look what happens. You know, there's some great things though that came out of that shit. But you know, I know some people that lived in different parts of the world, and they say, you know what, man, everywhere is fucked up. So I just live in Los Angeles, live in my Los Feliz house, and go to Trader Joe's and just live like that, you know, live in that box. Man, Don Quixote, I'm gonna just kick you out because fucking you're too much hating, man. We're not about that shit over here. All right, put you in timeout. 24 hours. Oh, who we got here? We got Juice Man 999 from Sweden, dude. I can't speak any Swedish, but I'll say Guten Tag, dude. I'm over here in Germany, chilling. White skin background song. Oh yeah, this one's good. Who is this? You know what? This song is very recognizable with the digging culture, man. With the record diggers. It's just something that I found on YouTube. I forgot the guy's name, the original artist's name. Shame on me, right? I have the thing is I forget names, but I have all the files that I sample, right, that are labeled, and I keep them. I keep all the stuff that I sample or I'm going to sample. I have a whole file database where they're labeled, except for the ones that are in like Korean characters. What's good to step by one of the lives? Get LC to chill. I don't know. Fucking whenever, man. I just need to know things ahead of schedule. Working on BMX. But my schedule's kind of random, you know, right now. It's a little bit random. Not really. I go live about the same time every day, then I get off, go to sleep. That's actually forming into a routine. I think I need a new routine. Because I really got to get some shit done, man. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of talking about getting shit done, dude. And I'm getting things done over here. Laid down a couple rhythms. We're studying music, doing a lot of studying. But man, there's a time. Time is coming, dude. I'm ready to explode. I'm about to fucking explode everywhere. I just self-prophesied something, dude, about to blow up, dude.
Like Riff Raff said. What did that kid say in school? There's a kid that went to jail for saying a fucking Riff Raff quote. He said, I want to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Right? Doesn't he say that? Is cannabis decriminalized in Germany? It's not decriminalized, dude. It is fucking legal, baby. Woo! 420 coming up, baby. Wow, wow. I want to see all my German weed growers fucking present their finest stash before Ross dude, man. Fucking Ross dude will pull up. Hey, man, cannabis culture out here in Germany is strong, dude. I have to say, it's strong. They're evolving, right? It just so happens when I moved to Germany, dude, they legalized weed. I must have some kind of charm on me. We got Will J, man. Will J sent me an inappropriate video the other day. Some lady in Germany. Not inappropriate. Just I don't know. It's like some strange German lady walking around with her jugs, dude. Depressions are for the middle classes. The rest of us have got an early start in the morning. Depressions. What's a depression? What do you want to say in Swedish? Dude, you're in Sweden? I gotta fucking go up to Sweden, man. I gotta go to Stockholm. What do I want to say? I want to be able to say in Swedish. I want to walk into the Reason Studios in Stockholm, Sweden. They manufactured or they designed the software that I use for making beats, right? Called Reason. I want to walk into their office and I want to be able to say in Swedish, I'm here to take over as creative director of Reason Studios. Creative director of Reason Studios. Now, what does that mean? It's like, okay, dude, we're gonna go in and we're gonna change the fucking look of this thing, and we're gonna add things that all the users can use. You know, oh, they just released Recycle, dude. Will J Swedish Riff Raff quotes. I fucking love Riff Raff, man. I was thinking about it. I was interviewing myself. It's like, is there any rap music you like? I mean, I like all this stuff, but you know, who I think is really cool was Three Loco, Andy Milonakis, Riff Raff, and Dirt Nasty. They're non-existent group anymore. I don't think they work together at all. But then Riff Raff came out of that, right? Or didn't come out of that. That was part of his journey. And you watch, I watched an interview of Riff Raff one time, right? He was staying on Simon Rex's, he was staying in Simon Rex's cellar, like in his basement. Simon Rex, Dirt Nasty. And Riff Raff is from Texas, and he wanted to be a rapper. You know, he was on G's to Gents VH1 show. And he eventually moved to LA. This is what I heard. This is what I recall from the story, is that he moved to LA and Dirt Nasty's like, yeah, man, you come stay at my place. And Dirt Nasty put Riff Raff in his basement. And the basement was like one-way fucking door lock. Like it locks from the outside. So fucking Dirt Nasty would lock Riff Raff in there while he throw parties and shit. He's like, yeah, man, you fucking locked me in the basement and shit. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. Then he was like, yeah, man, it was a fucked up whole thing. Like, I was staying in Dirt Nasty's basement. Like, it wasn't fun. It didn't sound fun at all, dude. Like, his whole time in LA, then he was like, then I just said, man, there's too many motherfuckers in the way in Los Angeles. I had to get away. And then he moved over to wherever, to the south, dude, to like, I don't know if he's living in Florida or Atlanta or something like that. He's living somewhere over there. Went to watch Milonakis play poker. Oh, you saw Milonakis do poker. Why did Harlow tell him when you have a Lil Pecker hillbilly? Oh my goodness. Are you blind? Damian, come original, dude. You're the fucking 17th person to ask me if I'm blind. Plans for 420? I don't know, man. Oh, probably just go off the grid. Germans understand everything and live 10 minutes from the border. Cloud strike. Oh, Talk about Mercedes-Benz. I'm trying to rewind the chat room. It's pretty crazy. Who the fuck is Harlow, dude? Why are you Pecker's over here? Pecker's a very, that's a Queen's speech, right? They don't call it a... He's Pecker. Queen's tongue, dude. 420, man, I'm almost out of weed, man. Okay, you know what? I'll smoke one more with you guys. One more, then I'm gonna go, all right? Or you know what? I'm gonna go. Okay, unless we can get like 2 thumbs up in here, I'm gonna go. So yeah, let's see 2 thumbs. Let's get to 25 thumbs, and I'll stick around and we'll blaze another one. All right. Oh, we got 24. Damn, one more. All right, dude. His fate has been decided, dude. It's a 50-50 chance now. I'll give you guys 5 minutes. Oh, okay, all right. I was gonna say 5 seconds. I don't like putting pressure on people like that, though, man. It's a lot of pressure. Oh, we got 25. Okay. 25 thumbs. Hey, that's not bad. 25 thumbs today, man. So what are our goals with the YouTube channel? Oh, fuck. That's another thing is I really gotta develop the YouTube channel, man. So aside from doing the live streams, for the past 2 years, I've been consistently filming, not like travel shit, but just visuals and just filming scenes, man. Filming scenes of places I'm at. Like I'll show up in Paris, and I'll just see all this stuff and just get to filming, man. Just filming, doing all the slow mo, Paris Mosel style, you know, psychedelic stuff and music. Oh shit! Cut. Damn, dude. Sound like Project Pat when you said Pekka. Damn, you subbed. Hillbilly, what's cracking? I was thinking about the word hillbilly. Those are people that live in the hills, right? The hills have eyes. Harley Davidson. I rode a Harley once, believe it or not. I didn't own one, but I rode one. What's the record with a little Pekka? Oh man, I don't know, man. You guys gotta chill out. Yo, save that for fucking wherever you is the Lincoln Kane crowd. Yo, man, save your gossip for that chat room, dude. We're over here just enjoying our existence. I'm almost out of weed. For those of you that are sticking around, please do yourself a favor. Go to mosimusic.com after the stream. Use the code DANCE, dance, for 50%. No, not 50%. I was like 20% off. I don't know. 20% off. That's the best I can do. In this economy, dude, I can't be giving 50% off. They're fucking adding tariffs and shit. The tariffs are going to affect my economy too, dude. So make sure you get some fucking t-shirts before all that shit kicks in. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start operating outside of the law, the jurisdictions, and the customs enforcement agencies of these fucking governments, man. The way you do it is anytime someone orders something on customs, you declare it as a gift. Now, is that a form of fraud? I suppose, but are they going to check into it? Probably not, you know. It's like, I'm not pushing billions of dollars worth of shit over here. I'm just I might sell fucking 1-2 things. You ain't buying my shirt, government is king. Hip hop's bigger than the government. And dance is 30% off. Cruise Wavy, man. Everybody say hello to Cruise Wavy, the next rude customer coming into the shop, dude. Coming into the house. Welcome to mosthighmusic.com. How can I help you? Okay, like a Ross dude Coral Python print hoodie along with the digital download of his first album. Okay, perfect. You like to throw a 45 7-inch record in there, some Skinny Pablo joints? Perfect, all right. Okay, be on your merry way. Thank you for shopping, mosthighmusic.com. Freddie G, Kyle, dude, they're originals. Hey, man, Harley, no fucking body shaming in here, dude. No matter how small it is, no body shaming, dude. We were born this way. You can't be. That's an infraction in society. joy, hope, confidence, and peace, man. That's what we're trying to promote here. Even if you were born with a little pekka, you too can you know can achieve. You can achieve things. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what shape, size, what form you come in. You can do whatever you set your mind to. Don't listen to these people. Don't listen to Harley Davidson. No, I'm just kidding. Need the energy. It's not body shaming. It was true. Yeah, but if I was fat and someone came in and said how fat I was all the time, I'd be like, hey, dude, we're not friends. Don't be so malicious. Anyways, Harley Davidson. What kind of Harley Davidson do you ride? Are you the inventor of the? Are you from the motorcycle? Are you a descendant of Harley Davidson, the fucking motorcycle mogul? Was Harley Davidson even a fucking person, or was that just a name? Was it some guy named Harley and another guy named Davidson? They're like, hey, your name is Harley, my name is Davidson. Let's build some bikes. Build an engine, and or was it some guy named Harley? Hey, Harley, Mr. Davidson, you have Heritage Softail. Little Pekka Cruise, Little Pekka Wavy. Quote, put it in quotes. All right, you know what? That's actually like a blues name, man. See, that's like a music name. You got your blues guitar. That's a blues name if I ever heard one, dude. You have Blind Lemon Jefferson. You got John Lee Hooker. Well, John Lee Hooker's name isn't a nickname, but you got Blind Lemon Jefferson. You got all these people, and you got Lil Pekka Wavy, dude. Yo, man, I heard that new Lil Pekka Wavy joint. It's like, what was it about? He was blue, man. It was the bluest shit ever. What was it? He was talking about how he was born with a Lil Pekka. Oh my god, dude. Saddest song of all time. There's the advantage, man. Use your Little Pekka to your advantage and make a song about having one. You'll gain confidence from that. You'll actually, you know what? Lil Dicky already did it, dude. Can't do it. I guess you got to go listen to Lil Dicky, right? His whole thing is about his whole persona is built off of his Lil Pekka. So there you go, man. There's somebody to look up to. There's somebody you can look up to out there. I'm just okay. Oh my god. So in my mind, like thinking about this, I'm like, well, there's advantages and disadvantages in life as a male, right? And like there was this guy in Mexico who was born with like his Pekka was like like I don't know what it is in centimeters, dude. It was like 14 inches long, right? And he was miserable, dude. Like it was like dragging on the floor. He had like a bandage over it. It was like on MSNBC, CBS, whatever documentary. It was like this man living in Mexico, and he's like, ¿Por qué? Man, y'all gotta chill out. Hey, man, bring your dialogue to, I guess, whatever. I'll just watch it unfold. There's a story going on here. No, I'm like, what's the backstory to this? How do they know what did he send Pekka pics to all of you? Is this what this is? This is a serial Pekka. Serial Pekka, dude. Serial little Pekka picture taker, dude. Oh my goodness. You guys are really delaying. Okay, we got 26 thumbs up. You guys are pushing me now. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up and smoke some weed. We want to hang out with you, Ross, dude. Listen, people. All right, we're chilling. Boogie chilling, dude. Boogie chilling. John Lee Hooker, man. Go look up that tune. This next song is called Boogie Chillin'. Could have banked in the... Nah, man, he ain't banking in none of that. He could have banked in like a fucking museum or something, like a zoo. Like he ain't banking none. Like it's basically this dude in Mexico. He's an older guy too. He's like in his 50s. He's like, oh, this sucks, dude. His schlongus, as they say, his schlanger, dude, is his klapperschlange is like hanging down to the floor, and he's just like not happy about it, dude. And I think what they did is maybe like removed a section of it to make it more make it more comfortable. Like imagine that, dude. Like just that's kind of. Anyways, dude, I think we're gonna move on. We talk about peckers too much over here. What is this, a football locker room? Hey, yo, where's that music, dude? Hold up. Where is it at? MosaiMusic.com. Let's put on some beats, man. I know I got some other stuff in here. No drums? What is this? It has drums on it? This one's pretty yard. This one's pretty yard, man. Is that it? Yeah, funky. Raw loop, dude. Juice WRLD, Lucid Dreams? No, I can't. If I play anybody else's music, my stream gets flagged. But if you want to listen to Juice WRLD Lucid Dreams, you can go in the search engine on YouTube, look it up, and then you can come back right after. Get your 3 minutes in, Juice WRLD. Whole playlist, I don't know. Link, contact me. I'll pull up to Australia, man. I want to pull up to the farm. Oh man, this is crazy, dude. We got a tag team. This is like a fucking wrestling match in the chat room, everybody. You know what? This is a whole nother aspect of entertainment, man. Form a chat room and just watch it. You know, you could just put, like, comment on it like a fucking boxing match. We got a hillbilly coming in. I'm gonna put on the voice. I'm gonna read this conversation in all your Australian voices, right? I'm assuming everybody is Australian because y'all came from LC, dude. Shout the Lincoln King. Ooh. I don't know if I can do Australian accent. Trop, where you go now? Where you go now, Trop? Gonna go cry to Hello, Trop? Trop likes role play and pretends to be a made man. Fake mafia community. Fake mafia community. Have you partaken in psychedelics? Powers, yes. I'm enjoying the chat today. I'll just be I feel like I'm the emperor right now. Like Freddie G is, you know, sitting in the booth over there, Roman Emperor, like we, you know, with a thumbs up and all that shit. We're watching these guys in the middle of the Coliseum, but they're, instead of fighting with swords, they're like typing at each other. The fucking thing's projected. Is that your Australian accent? Crikey! Fucking, I don't know, dude. Queen's tongue, man. I have to say Australian is a lot easier for me to digest than British, man. Like I hear some blokes from the fucking UK talk. I'm like, what are you saying, dude? They'll be like, hey, dude, what? Multiple times, man. I was at this like corporate wine dinner. It was so weird, man. This corporate wine dinner and like all these guys in suits, and I'm just sitting there, Raz, dude. And I'm talking to them. I'm talking to these British guys, and we're talking about wine. And I just like, they were saying words where I had to sit down and like, it sounded like, I feel like I could understand German more, dude. You on psychs right now? No. But okay, so speaking of psychedelics, I can tell you I have partaken in, I've been part of various experiments, LSD. It was a 10-day study, LSD study. I was part of I sat in on a DMT study one time. Cannabis, mushrooms. I was part of a ketamine study one time. That was kind of weird. I don't know if that's a psychedelic though. And that was with an Australian person, dude. Man, you people in Australia are crazy, dude. I heard actually in Australia there's like a big like epidemic of ketamine abuse amongst the female population. But at the same time, I heard in Australia that the female population is actually higher than the male population. At least from what I was told, they're like, dude, you go to Australia, there's just like all these ladies everywhere. How's K? DMT. Okay, so DMT, first study of it was kind of a failed experiment, you know, or not. I wouldn't say failed. It wasn't what I expected. This is back in 2012. 2012 was my first encounter with DMT, which is the God particle. They call it the God particle, and it's interesting because I actually read a whole book on DMT before I even took psychedelics. I was at a library, dude, on the island of Guam. I was at the library, Guam Public Library in Agana, in the middle of Hagåtña, Guam, and I used to spend time there in between, I don't know, like waiting after school or whatever. I'd spend time at the library. And I'd wait at the library and I'd look at all the books, and I'd find books on like Arnold Schwarzenegger bodybuilding, you know, here's all the bodybuilding tips. I got really into bodybuilding. Oh yeah, let's get the pump. I want to be pumped like Arnold, like the Terminator, and fucking, so I got really into bodybuilding, man, at like 17, 18. I was spending my time at the gym. You know, I go to the gym, I go to the library, and at the library one day I'm looking around and I find this book about the God particle, man. It's all about DMT, and it's about these scientists that partook in a DMT study, man, experiment at some college or whatever, where they intravenously injected DMT. They did a drip, like I had a bag of DMT dropping into their veins, right? And talking about all the experiences from it. And I later found this same book in Paris, man. When I was walking around Paris one day, I was with my girlfriend, we were walking by and we saw this shop that had all this weird stuff, like thrift store stuff, and I see this book. Oh wait, no, that wasn't in Paris. That was back in LA, dude. And no, okay, this is a different story. It kind of blends together, all the thrift shops, you know, Paris. Okay, anyways, no, this is back in Los Angeles. I'm walking around with a friend of mine, not my girlfriend. And we were walking around Highland Park, and I found this book on DMT in this Los Feliz bookstore, of the same book I saw literally when I was a teenager. And I bought the book and I gave it to my friend who's like a psychedelic, like partakes in so much psychedelics, man, like everything. And so the DMT, back to the DMT story, fast forward to 2012, I'm living in Salt Lake City. Dr. Straussman studies at University of New Mexico. Powers, dude. See, he knows. Oh man, talk like ladyboys. Oh my god, like she-males. There's nothing wrong with that, dude. Harley, man, there's nothing wrong with if Trot's lifestyle, however he wants to live, small pecker, lady boys, whatever, man. You gotta just, let him enjoy his life, dude. Anyways, back to Salt Lake City. I joined a band. I found a band on Craigslist. I was a drummer at the time. I ran away from Guam. I was living in Salt Lake City, and I found a band on Craigslist called Sal Trippin'. I find them on Craigslist and like, yeah, we play rock and we have a drum set. That was the whole thing. I was looking for a band that had a drum set with no drummer. And I found one, man. And I go to their house every day to these hippies. They were these like the filthiest, dirtiest hippies I've ever met in my life, dude. Called Sal Trippin'. It was a guitarist and a bassist. And they were like living in poverty, super hippie, smoked a ton of cigarettes inside. Like their house was brown on the inside, and it was always cold at their house. It was Salt Lake City. It was always cold in their house, dude. It wasn't warm. And they had a jam room, man. And the first day I go there, I just look at them like, man, these are some fucking hippies, dude. And the first thing I ask, because I'm fresh in Salt Lake City, I'm like, you guys got any weed? And they're like, no, man. I played in this band for maybe 1.5 years. I'm like, you guys got any weed? And they're like, nah, dude. But the bassist, he's like, I got some LSD. Yeah, I got some DMT, man. My bassist, this is the first day of band practice. I'm like, Eric, you got DMT? I'm like, dude, I hear Joe Rogan talking about that shit all the time. Joe Rogan was fucking always. This is the early days of Joe Rogan, right? Always talking about DMT and like the magic of DMT. He's like, yeah, dude, I used to have like a fucking jar of that shit, DMT powder, and smoke it all the time on my couch. Rogan's talking about. I'm like, Rogan does the DMT shit. I'm gonna try this DMT. I was thinking LSD. I'm like, I've never done LSD. It sounds too crazy, but you know what, DMT. I hear Uncle Joe talking about it. Let me try it out. So in the house, you go into the house, right? Into the jam space. You walk inside. To the right is your kitchen. To the left is a couch, an aquarium, a computer desk, and then you walk further past the couch. There's an open space. That's the jam room. It has guitar amps, a heater, like a fireplace, and a drum set. And behind the jam room, you go past the drum set. To the left, there's this little corner with a couch on it. That's where the bassist lived. The bassist lived in this corner. He didn't have a bed. He slept on this couch all day. He'd sleep like this, fetal position on the couch all day. Until he would literally sleep on the couch until we had to wake him up to play bass, dude. And he'd wake up. He was so burned out, dude. Corey, my bassist Corey, he was always like, yeah, bro. And my guitarist would be like, I don't know what the fuck he's on, dude. He's on some shit, man. He's on some shit. I don't know what the fuck he's on. So we always had a volatile bass player, man. Like my guitarist was always getting mad at him because he'd be missing notes, and I was just doing my best. But anyways, fast forward, I'm in the bassist's room, which is like the size of, it's like a box basically with a couch, like a 2-person couch and a love seat. And I sit on the love seat and he's like, all right, man. He's like, yeah, bro. Yeah, we gotta make you a foilie, man. So they make me a foilie. I'm like, what the fuck is a foilie? And basically it's like they cut a piece of tin foil, a square of tin foil. Dreifach gemeint. Is it possible that you're very stupid? It is possible, dude. I'm fucking stupid compared to very smart people, so, I might not be on the highest peak of stupidity, but, I think there's, yeah. Anyways, fucking everybody say hello to Dreifach gemeint, whatever, gemeint. Sprichst du Deutsch? Du bist Arschloch. Arschloch. Bist du Arschloch? Anyways, back to the story, dude. I'm telling a fucking story over here. So I sit on the couch and the bass player's like, yo man, you gotta make a foilie, dude. So he proceeds to cut out a piece of tin foil like this size. Peace out, Freddie. Freddie, man, have a good weekend. Austin Duge. Wir kochen bis dämliche Sonne eine Ruhe. Oh man, that sounds. Yeah, this guy's vicious, dude. Anyways, back to the story. Fuck it. I'm sitting on the couch. The guy makes me a foilie. Then he takes another tin foil and he rolls it up into like a cylinder. And then they take the DMT stones and drop it on this foilie. And they start to heat it up, and you see it like whatever the fuck it does, starts to dissolve. Then hit it once. I was like, okay. He's like, nah, man, you gotta take a bigger hit, man. I'm like, all right. And I lied back, and I saw some patterns, and it felt very fast, man. And I remember after that, they said, oh man, you're gonna feel real nice after. So after I was really calm, really relaxed. The trip itself wasn't so. It wasn't something I could really put my finger on. Some people have really explicit trips or whatever, like visually, like just like they know what's going on. For me, it was kind of just like you're in the womb, I guess, right? Like visually, it was weird. It was very faint. That's what I have to say. It was very faint. I was sitting there with my eyes closed and just this faint trip. And when I came out of it, I was like, okay, it wasn't like blast off type shit. What, maybe the dosage wasn't blast off type, but it was still something to affect me. And later that day, I just remember we jammed, and then I left, and they said, oh yeah, man, you'll get hungry after that. So I had like a little bit of the munchies, and I was just in a state of calm driving around Salt Lake City. Trying to not confuse you. We got Chase, bro. What's cracking? TTTT, what's good? Man, we got an angry German in here, dude. All is clear, dude. Just chill out. Avalanche, what's up, man? Yo, who are all these people? Greetings, mostsidemusic.com. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the most important thing. It's not about me, dude. It's about that motherfucking website. You guys gotta go over there and check it out. Listen to some music. Well, let loose with this Uzi. Put down the boxing gloves. No more guns, dude. No more nuclear weapon. Okay, so we were on the psychedelic talk. Somebody asked me about that, so I was going down explaining all the studies I've partaken in, concoctions, chemicals and concoctions. But I have to say, I ate mushrooms last maybe like almost a year and a half, a year ago. You like the Goo Goo Dolls? I don't know. I can't remember any of their songs. They were like late 90s, right? Goo Goo Dolls. Why don't you take those glasses off, my boy? Well, that's the whole thing, man. It's a paywall, dude. You got to go to mostsidemusic.com, place an order, or donate to the website, man. I'll send you a picture of my eyes without the glasses. Finally tried 5-MeO DMT, and experiences were far more intense. Oh yeah, so the 5-MeO was probably what it was. The fucking, anybody ever do the frog? Isn't Hey Jealousy a Google Doc song? Impersonality. You like metal? Metal. I like the fucking original Black Sabbath. I like the first few records from Lamb of God. I like Ashes of the Wake. We were talking about rock earlier, man. Rock drumming. Stop smoking. There was a video of a chimpanzee smoking, dude, in China, and people were wondering, like, why the fuck did this happen? Who gave him the cigarette? And everybody in the comments is like, man, he looks like he's been doing that shit his whole life, dude. He knows what's up. Mike Tyson put you onto the toad. Mike Tyson, right? Shout out to Mike Tyson, dude. This reminds me. Every time I think of every time I think of Mike Tyson, I just think of my experience with Mike Tyson, dude. I've met Mike Tyson one time in life, and it was like a disaster piece, dude, by Slipknot. I can't say it was a disaster. It was actually very cool, man. When I was working on the podcast I used to work on, Mike Tyson was a guest, and he comes in, and I just see him, and I open my hands like this, and he comes and gives me a hug, dude. Mike Tyson gives me this, like, it was like hugging a beast, dude. He was like, just gave him a hug. I felt he was like, boom, right? Like impact, like his hug was like a punch too, man. It was crazy. So I absorbed the energy of the champ, right? When the champ came by, dude. So the champ comes, give him a hug, and he brought chicken, dude. And he left chicken. He said, "All right, it's chicken," or something like that, or his assistant, whatever. So there's chicken. So me and one of my coworkers knew of this, and there was maybe 12 of us working there. The two of us were like, nobody knows about this chicken. Or we decided to go to the green room, like the smoking room where Mike was, and yeah, we dined on Mike Tyson's chicken, dude. And I can't forget that shit. You can't forget that when the champ gives you a hug and some chicken, man, it means you're on the right path. You gotta keep going, dude. Like Avenged Sevenfold. Oh, Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold is actually, I was mixed about Avenged Sevenfold because I didn't really like the singer so much. He was like, he was very nasal. Nothing wrong with nasal. I didn't really like his voice too much, but there was some really intricate stuff. But check this out. Avenged Sevenfold, what I did not know about Avenged Sevenfold, about the drummers, that he just improvised everything. Like everything, like their first record was just made up on the spot. And then afterwards, he's like, I can't play this, dude. Like everything I played, like I like that, very in the moment when you listen to it. He's like, I don't even know how I came up with that shit. It's like, I don't know how to play that. Fucking, it's over, dude. What's your favorite song? I can't remember song names. With most artists, I go for their first album, and so I like seeing what they had to present, man. And usually second, third albums of artists kind of, they're trying to do the same thing, but like enhance. It's like, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. It's a weird situation with me. Some groups can maintain, like that's why I like Cypress Hill, because their first, second, and third album were just like, it feels like a good trilogy. Whereas for me, like, let's say an artist like Biggie Smalls, man, I'm Ready to Die all day, right? I listen to Ready to Die, but the second record, whatever it was, I don't know it, man. I don't know any of that shit. Or even Old Dirty Bastard, who I love, man. Old Dirty Bastard, first record. Ooh, Return to the 36 Chamber. The rawest, most dopest shit of all time. Most killer kung fu master style rapping MC to ever be recorded and put into this world, I'd say. But record after that, with like Baby I Got Your Money and like all those things, it's not my, I like the roots of things, man. I like to hear the root. But Avenged Sevenfold is cool, man. I like at the time when I heard it, I was enjoying it. I used to listen to it in the car. I had an Avenged Sevenfold CD. Actually, my cousin gave me an Avenged Sevenfold CD. He's like, dude, my cousin, who's a badass drummer, he was like the best metal drummer on the island. Fred Berdalio, dude, he's a reggae drummer now, living in Florida, but he's like the most badass metal drummer on the island, dude. Fucking hands down. It was so crazy to see that. Like my cousin, I go over and I look at him play, and he plays Slipknot for me. Like just the drums, the Slipknot drums. He played these drum patterns. He had all the drum books. He's like, dude, the Slipknot drum book, and he showed me. He's like, he gave me a Avenged Sevenfold CD. My metal era was a lot because of my cousin, dude. My cousin was a metal drummer, and he played in a band called Hymn for the Tortured, right? Hymn for the Tortured. It was like a grindcore, super grindcore band, man. Like really deep island grindcore band, man. Super underground shit. Do you live alone? I do. Old Dirty Bastard. Old Dirty Bastard was Native American. Shinnecock. Shinnecock tribe. Manhattan area. Manhattan. They were the people that sold the Manhattan to the whites. The Shinnecock tribe. Old Dirty Bastard. What do you say? I preach the truth to the youth. I said, hey youth, here's the truth. Better start wearing bulletproof. And arm yourself with a shield before you get trapped up like the children in the cornfield. Old Dirty Bastard, dude. Poets, dude. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Oh man, dude. Old Dirty Bastard. You get some modern day rapper, I can't remember who it says, like, yo, you listen to Old Dirty Bastard, that's not even rap music. It's not even hip hop, dude. It's a rock record. And he said that, I'm like, you know what, I'll take it further, dude. It's not a rock record or a hip hop record, man. That thing is a blues record, man. It's the blues, baby. He's talking about, he's like, came out my mama putty, I'm on welfare, 26 years old, I'm still on welfare, dude. Shit. I'm like, that's blue, man. Old Dirty Bastard, bluest. Then he died. Do you have any pets or companions? I have nothing. My girlfriend lives in Paris, 4 hours away, so I'll go there sometimes. We have a cat in the village. I found a new cat. So yesterday on the stream, I was walking down the mountain and this cat just went meow, 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 meow. He was really like being vocal, like, yo, what's up, man? What's cracking? What set you from? You know, he was like, then he came up and started rubbing him all over my legs, and he let me pet him. He was letting me pet him. And he was still a little bit cautious, but he let me pet him a couple times. I was like, man, that's exactly what I needed, because I don't have any contact with, like, I don't have any physical exchanges with many people, you know. Especially the past couple months, winter, people stay home, there's no events, like, there's no fucking events right now in the Moselle. Like, dude, that's your job to throw the fucking parties, man. What are you doing? Like, when I want to socialize, I go out and DJ, you know, that's kind of like my socializing. I get to, the thing that's cool about DJing parties as a form of socializing is that you don't have to give so much attention to too many people. It's very quick. It's like, oh yeah, you know, you put on a record, you put on like a Afrobeat record, it's 30 minutes long, you get to go around, toast people around the room, have a little chit chat, and be like, all right, I gotta go fucking back up, hop on the turntables, you know. Keep it like mild, right? Shallow? No, but like mild socializing. Then you have moments where you spend with some quality time with other people, and you know, living. See you next time. Stay safe, everyone. Man, I want to go outside, dude. Fuck. I want to go outside, but my socks need to dry. Let me check this out, though. Unless I just go outside with the flip flops or whatever, right? All right, so we blazed up, man. All right, we're gonna get the fuck out of here too, dude. We've been on for a long time. I'll catch you guys probably Monday, Friday, Monday through Saturday, sometimes Sunday. Peace out. MostHighMusic.com. Don't forget, use the code DANCE, 30% off, man. That's exclusive for you guys right now that are listening right now. It expires at the end of the month. Barbecue time. That's a good idea. Make some food. I gotta go for a walk, man. No matter what. I think I might have to do shoes. Okay. Do you do shoes with no socks, which is horrible? Or do you do house slippers, which is not as horrible? Which is still pretty awful to walk around outside with house slippers, like these thin hotel slippers. Or I just go barefoot, man. I don't know. That's for me to decide. All right, peace out, people.